And we welcome you to today's presentation of this National League game between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Colorado Rockies. Here's your starting lineup for the home team, the Colorado Rockies. At center field batting first, Brenton Doyle. At right field batting second, Zach Veen. At shortstop batting third, Kyle Farmer. At third base batting fourth, Ryan McMahon. At designated hitter batting fifth, Nick Martini. At first base batting sixth, Michael Tolia. At second base batting seventh, Tyler Freeman. At left field batting eighth, Mickey Moniak. At catcher batting ninth, Jacob Stallings. And pitching today for the Colorado Rockies, the right-hander, Ryan Feltner. Your starting lineup for the home team, the Colorado Rockies. Alright guys, and on that note, we welcome you to this ball game at Coors Field between the struggling Colorado Rockies and the red-hot Milwaukee Brewers. After an 0-4 start, Milwaukee has won 7 of its last 8 games, looking pretty good as of late. The Rockies, obviously, not so much another rough start to the season. They are 2-9 to start the year off. Last time out, Rockies did not look good against the Brew Crew. I think that's a bit of an understatement. They lost 17-2. They lost the first game 7-1. This is a Rockies team that has only won 1 game in the last week. They are 1-7 in their last 8, and we are going to see what happens here today. So appreciate all you guys tuning in for this stream. My name is Jared 9. They're actually 1-8 in their last 9. My apologies. They're actually 1-8 in their last 9. Misspoke on that. So apologies for that, but appreciate all you guys tuning in. My name is Jared9. If you've never been to a JG9 live stream before, how it works like this: fire away in the chat with any questions you might have. I'll be happy to answer anything and everything. Any donation, get your question right away. Otherwise, I just go in the order that I see them. Vote in that poll. Who you think wins this game, the Brewers or the Rockies? If you are a member, you can show your support for either one of these teams using these emojis in the chat. We have the emojis for the Brewers and the Rockies. This is the first of 2 games we're calling. We're calling the Braves-Phillies game later tonight. And I should also note that every donation, not only do I get to your question right away, but it counts toward you make the call. You're going to help me decide which game we are calling. Braves, Blue Jays, Giants, Phillies, or Red Sox, Rays on Monday. So appreciate all you guys tuning in. How's it going? Okay, I got the new phone. Let's go. How's it going, Austin? Welcome in. Beer Battle, you said, Irvin. Appreciate you tuning in. Yankees and Brewers going to trade early opponents to 98. I did not know that. I did not know that, David. Mike, try to have another good day. Yeah, the Angels right now look pretty good. I'm not sure if it's going to last, but the Angels right now look pretty good. He looked pretty good. Miller for scores line. Let's go. Curry has more seasons of 303 pointers than any of their players' seasons of 250. Yeah, he's the best three-point shooter of all time. He's the best three-point shooter of all time. You know, last game of the series, yeah, 17-2. It was bad. Back from Phoenix. All right, SCX. Friends still going to Bianco. Oh, they didn't listen. Yep. Wait time's out the door for that. Are you relieved the Suns are finally out of the playoff playing contention? Oh, man, it was like death by 1,000 cuts. We knew it was coming, just... About time. About time. Yeah, they suck. They absolutely suck. All right, let's get this game underway. First pitch misses outside for a ball, and we're officially underway. Ryan Feltner pitching, and the leadoff man is Terang for the Brew Crew. The starting lineup for the Brewers: Terang, Churio, Yelich, Contreras, Mitchell, Bowers, Ortiz, Dunn. Behind the plate for them is Haas, and Priester will be pitching for the Brew Crew when we get there. 2-0 the count to start off. Feltner. Booker, I think he's going to stay. Durant, I think, is going to go to the Rockets. That pitch down the middle for a strike. 2-1 the count. Feltner looking for his first win of the season. Started 2 games. Last time out against the A's. 5 innings, 8 hits allowed, 2 earned runs. BW Fogg with a 5. Appreciate you a ton as that pitch is fouled off. So 2-2. You want Giants Phillies? Appreciate it. 20 years ago today, the LA Avengers. Al Lucas died from neck injury suffered from the first quarter kickoff return against in the game against the Dragons. Oh, man, I was not a fan of the Dragons at the time. I don't remember that. But I do remember reading stuff about that afterwards. But absolutely tragic. Absolutely tragic. Can't believe it was 20 years ago today. Can't believe it. Because same was also, I think, 20 years ago from the Tiger Woods spot. Left field, play out there on the left. by Moniak. So, Terang goes down for the first out of the game. I'll get you on the Phillies game. Appreciate you telling me, W-Fuck. That was absolutely tragic. I don't remember watching that live, but I remember reading about that afterwards. Devil Warriors are going to be the AL West, so it's going to be a balanced schedule. Oh, wow. I did not know that. How's it going, Adrian? Welcome to the chat. Yankees going to play against the Dodgers and the Giants. Well, that would have been odd. So they wouldn't play the Mets? They wouldn't play the Mets at all? Oh. Chop foul. 0-1. Jackson Churio. Starting to turn it around as of late. Had that platinum sombrero opening day, 0 for 5. But since then, he's been good this series. He has been very, very sharp this series. He's been sharp as of late as well. He's got a 4-game hit streak. But he won't get one here as it's fly down into right field. Veen makes the play and 2 out. We'll get the membership once this game is extra innings, same as yesterday. All right. We'll see if this one goes extras. I don't have nowhere to be for this one, at least. Haven't seen today's video? Click that link above. It is about the time the Buffalo Bills got to redo their draft pick. Yes, you heard that right. The Buffalo Bills got to redo their draft pick. They turned in the wrong draft card and were like, hey, we want to redo. And they got one. Strike there to Yelich. Just those two? Tonight we'll head to the Isles, to the battle of the mid-tri-state teams, Isles Rangers. We all lose? Yes, we do. We all lose. Yeah, the Devils clinched a playoff spot at least. So there will be someone in the New York metro area. 1-1 the count now to Yelich. Yelich, riding a 4-game hit streak, was 2 for 5 yesterday with a home run and 2 RBIs. Got a home run in both games so far this series. Won't get one here, though. That's a lazy chopper to the shortstop. A 6-3 out, 3 up, 3 down. Oh, the rest have been normal? That makes sense, then. So, Feltner, good first inning of work for him. We go to the bottom of the first. Brew Crew, Rockies, no score. Rockies definitely need some help pitching-wise because the first inning was not good, or the game yesterday, I should say, was not good. Rockies lost that one 17-2. It was absolutely ugly. This is the last game of the series. Rockies looking for their first win of the series. It all fell apart. It was really 3 innings. That was the odd part about yesterday, was that the Brewers were shut out in 6 of 9 innings. But it was 5 in the 3rd, 5 in the 5th, and 7 in the 9th, where it all completely fell apart. All right. Didn't even ask the NL teams if they were okay with it. That's the problem, especially because they had 2 different commissioners back then. You're basically operating 2 separate entities, so that's a bit of a problem. I'm going to close the poll here. 65% you ride with the Brew Crew. And again, today is Thursday. What that means is any donation of $50 or more, I will sing any song you want me to at Live Band Karaoke tonight on this song list. And I'll record it. I will post it as proof. Any song, no limitations, no nothing. Now it's like Lewis Cardinals Pirates. That is true. That game was an affront on the eyes. So yesterday I went to 3 baseball games. I called 2 games and went to 1. It was, man, bad day of baseball for me. I'm a D-backs 1, I know. Which your teams drop to the play? Nuggets, Clippers, Warriors, or T-Wolves? I'm going to say T-Wolves and Nuggets. I'm going to say T-Wolves and Nuggets at this point. That's my guess. T-Wolves and Nuggets. Yeah, Lakers look good. Lakers right now might be my pick to get out of the West. I could say Celtics, Lakers final. All right, pitching here. It's Priester. Leading off is Doyle. 0-2 the count. Priester. It's his first game of the season. First ever appearance with the Brew Crew after spending last season with the Red Sox. Yeah, Huss is going to Creighton. I did say I thought that was going to happen. I did say if he's going to go anywhere, he's going to be the coach and wing at Creighton. I'm unfortunately not surprised. The nice thing, though, with being coach and waiting, the nice thing is that he's not going to be able to bring over any of his guys. That's a fly ball into left field. That's got a chance to go, and it will go. Doyle, a leadoff home run. So the first ever batter that Priester faces a Brewer, not a good one, as Doyle launches that one into left field for his third home run of the season. Rockies in front 1-0 to start this one. A solo shot into left, a leadoff shot there for Doyle. He hits his third home run in the last 4 games. (1-0). And the pitch will be 1-0 to Veen. So the thing with Huss, here's the thing with Huss. McDermott's going to retire in about a year or two. Okay, so McDermott, he's still there, but he's going to retire in a year or two. Because he's been there forever. Fouled off 1-1. So Huss is going to be the coach in waiting. So he will be the head coach when McDermott retires in the next 2 years. The nice thing with being coach in waiting, for High Point's side, is usually when a coach gets hired somewhere else, they'll take over all their guys. So you have to build a whole new staff. We don't have to do that. We really don't have to do that. We can run it back. 3-1 ground out there. Has he been there from JJ9 streams yet? Yes, he has been. He has been. I don't know why they're not just spending him for life at this point. Farmer up to bat now. So, Huss won't bring over any of his assistants. Because all the assistants are already there for creative. McDermott's not getting rid of his staff. So, what that means is that we should just be able to run it back. With the same coaching staff minus Huss. Farmer up to bat now for the Rockies. Number 1 son of the Dave duped me 2 times. Oh, man. Okay, so like January 68. Base hit up the middle in between the second baseman and the shortstop. Farmer gets on board. He was just 1 for 7 on the series. But gets on board there, and Rockies with their second hit of the game already. And again, what is Priester's first appearance of the season? Yeah, I have no idea on that. I'm going to get... I have no logical explanation. I have no guess on that one. I'm just going to go in a mound high enough. I think that was 68. I'm just going to go in a mound high enough on that one. First pitch in their first strike on McMahon. McMahon, all-star for the Rockies last season. Currently riding a nice little hitting streak. He's got a hit in 6 straight games. He's risen his average from 211 to 275 in that stretch. Seeing 333 over his last 6s. That one in there for a called strike, 0-2. MLB Hall of Famer working as a photographer. Yes, I did see that. I know that him and Randy Johnson are both photographers now. Julian Disguise, I've never heard of that song. I've literally never heard of that song. I can't even say my opinion on the song. I've never heard of that song in my life. Yeah, Live Lost Crane, that was a bizarre game. Just how bad it was. Not bad for life because it's not against rules from do what he does. Well, sneaking to Fort Bragg is against the rules. For a game that was military-based. The 1-2 to McMahon. Swing and a miss. So Priester has his first strikeout as a Brewer. 2 out, runner on first. You find a nickel for every Hall of Famer became a photographer. There you go. 2 nickels. There's not a lot, but it's where that's happened to us. You ain't wrong there. So McMahon strikes out. And that will send Martini up to bat. It's Martini's first game of the series. Went 2 for 4 in the series against the A's. Pickoff play, gets back there successfully. Again, appreciate all you guys tuning in. If you are a member, you can share us for other ones teams using the emojis in the chat. We do the emojis for the Brewers and for the Rockies, and we're going to change them for the Phillies-Braves game later tonight. Should be a fun one. Should be a fun one tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern. That pitch misses way inside for ball 1-0. Priester, his first game of the season last year with the Pirates and the Red Sox. A 4.71 ERA, over 49 innings of work. Went 3-6. Weak grounder to second, and will take it himself. So for you on that one. Fielder's choice. Leaves a man on. 1-0 though after the solo shot by Doyle into left. We go to the second. Rockies up 1-0. The 4-break incident was probably legal but can't be proven. Technically legal for the military person to give away tickets to friends. Yeah, I thought he bought it. I thought he like bought the ticket. I didn't think he got like I didn't think it was given to someone. Yeah, the Rockies incident with the shoving of the ushers and whatnot. Yeah, that should have been fan interference too. That really should have been fan interference in that one. How am I doing? I'm good, Keller. So the thing with Huss, again, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. It's the thing of being a mid-major. I did say with Huss, I mean, he came from Creighton. So I'm not surprised. I didn't say if he was going to go anywhere, it's going to be Creighton as a coach in waiting. The thing with Huss, the one thing is that Creighton's probably the best spot for... Yeah, because number one, there's nothing you can do about it if you're High Point. He came from Creighton. There's nothing you can do. Number two with Huss is because he's going to Creighton as the coach in waiting, he's not bringing over his staff. The staff's already there. So High Point can just run it back. High Point can just run it back, essentially. With the same coaching staff minus Huss. I mean, they've been planning for this potentially. They knew this was a possibility. They can run it back with the same staff minus Huss. And they got some good recruits in the system that had to know this was a possibility. So, I'm disappointed, obviously. It hurts. Huss changed the trajectory of High Point forever. In 2 years, he did so much for the program. But it's not the end of the world, at least. High Point they're going to bounce back. All right, to the top of the second we go. A rare lead for the Rockies this season, and this series, 1-0. And the first pitch in their first strike, 0-1. 4-5-6 to Contreras, Mitchell, and Bowers. Campbell gets sued. Fiction on that. I don't know what he'd be sued for. Contreras running a 3-game hit streak. Fouls that one off down the right field line, 0-2 the count. Contreras, so far, been money this series. Has a home run in each of the first 2 games of the series. He's 3 for 8 this series with 4 RBI, 2 home runs. Entering this series, you're wondering how many home runs and RBI he had? 0 and 0. So he's got both of his home runs and RBI over the course of this series as he's risen his average in that stretch. He started off 0.74 on the season. He has risen his average to 154, which is still not good, obviously, but he's finding a rhythm against the Rockies pitching. And he works it now to 2-2. Alright, if you like what you see, like and subscribe helps the channel out a ton. And click that link above if you haven't seen today's video. It is about the Bills redoing their draft pick in 1968. The 2-2. That one in the dirt. 3 straight balls by Feltner from 0-2 goes to 3-2. Remember when Brian Hill left Central Michigan for Cincy, went to SAMU, people being such crybabies? Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Like it's a jump. It's a big jump. And I think this is the best case scenario for High Point. He went to a school that he came from. So it's not like there's any bad blood. I mean, if you're going to lose Huss, this is like the perfect spot to lose him to. If you're going to lose him, this is the perfect spot because we got to keep our staff. 3-2, swing and a miss down the middle. Contreras strikes out. Feltner has retired the first 4. Go to Garrett Mitchell. Yeah, better job, more money, I live too. Colts come back. I did see that, which I'm not too surprised by. Walker's the only active Philly star yet to give a run. That makes no sense. You're telling me Walker with like a 10 ERA over the second half of last season is not giving up a run? Reason I'm skipping UFO more for D-backs so I can go to at least 2 of the series. Well, there's a few things. One, going to the game with someone. So I'm going to the game with a friend. So I did say always that, like, I'm not going to give it social life for that. Number 2, fireworks show tomorrow. Number 3, yeah, Sunday I'd rather miss that day. The 0-1, because it's going to be a fireworks show. And I'm going with a friend. Miss Spencer's for ball 1-1. Mitchell so far hitting 276, 2 for 5 last game with an RBI. Next topic, I think they're just promote from within. I think they're just going to promote from within. 2 on the count. My guess is they're just going to promote Flynn Clayman to head coach. Like, if you're going to lose a guy to any team, Lose him to a team where he can't bring over his coaching staff. So you can run it back. The 2-2 pitch to Mitchell. That one. Grounder to first. He'll take it himself. Toglia. 5 up, 5 down to start this game. If we came high from New York, he did. He did. A lot of people don't get it. A lot of people don't get it with that. Yeah. Kelsey going to high point. Oh, my God. I would lose my mind if that happened. Oh, man. So that's Jake Bauers up to bat. This is his first game of the series. Hasn't played since the Red Series back on April 6th. Hitting .273 so far. Just his third start of the season. It's 1 for 6 this month in limited appearances. He'll get the starter first today. And Fellner allowed 8 hits last time against the A's. That pitch in there for a called strike. 0-1. Didn't get off to the best of starts that game. Allowed 3 hits the first inning, allowed a run, but 5 up, 5 down to start this one. That pitch in there for a called strike. 0-2. Tomorrow the first team makes him go into with someone. Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, I'm going to be at games 4 and 5 this week, and then the next series I'll be... I'm not sure how many I'm going to be at the next series, because I'll be back in New York for the draft. Or they're not MSU. They are not even close to MSU. Yeah, when am I coming back to... You know, I think I'm not going to any games the next series against the Braves and the Rays. Unfortunately. The 1-2. Swing and a miss upstairs. Feltner another strikeout. 6 up, 6 down to start this one. We go to the bottom of the second. Bauer strikes out. I have 2. I have 2 season tickets. .1-0 the score. Good outing so far by Feltner early on. First time through the order. Tolia, Freeman, Moniak when we get back for the Rockies. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button and subscribe. Really helps out on the channel. Mitchell had a much worse season 24. Bryce Underwood hopefully is good. Yeah, I think so. I think so. They lost a lot of pieces last year. Colts on a top UFL kicker. You would think. You would think. You would think Coughlin. Right? Because Coughlin's not that old. Matt Coughlin. Yeah, Matt Coughlin. I think Matt Coughlin. Do I just sell the second one if I go alone? I will keep the second one if I'm going to the game. If not, I'll sell both. If not, I'll sell both. But I want the extra legroom. I do like that. Will Michael Vick be a Hall of Famer not for dogfighting? No. No, he was very overrated in Atlanta. No, Michael Vick was never on a Hall of Fame trajectory. Can I ask go to Mariners, but I'll be on San Fran? You know, so in 2 weeks, so yeah. Also, the thing with the D-backs is that I'm not going to be at any of the games the next home stretch because they play when I'm in Wisconsin for the draft. So I will be missing this series against the Ravens and the Braves. I think Cunningham probably makes the Hall of Fame if they win the Super Bowl. I think he probably makes it. He's got the accolades. He's got the numbers. It'd be like McNabb. I think he makes the Hall of Fame. Yeah, Michigan's Super Bowl schedule, very manageable. I could see 8 wins. I could definitely see 8 wins for them. So I figure out the quarterback situation, but they get that sorted out, they'll be okay. First pitch misses outside for a ball. 1-0, bottom of the second. Priester, first inning, allowed a solo shot, allowed 2 hits. Gators and ASU in football. I'm expecting 9 wins for both. I think the expectation could be 9. Is Allen... He's on track to make the Hall of Fame, but he's not first ballot right now. No, not even close. Josh Allen's not even close to first ballot right now. Shot foul, 2-1. He has about 9 wins. I mean, the thing with ASU, you bring Levitt back, and obviously Florida, they should be fine at quarterback. So be a bit more consistent, but I think he's got a chance from the Heisman if he plays this game. Outside for ball 3-1. Tolio just 1 for 8 this series. He's 2 for his last 16 over the last 4 games. That one shot foul. We stay alive. Yeah, eventually, yeah. Yeah, it's a bit too early. Especially with no appearances in the Super Bowl. Yeah, Mariners are the D-backs all the time. They do. I think the D-backs and Mariners are the most friendly, like, of the teams. I think the most friendly rivalry is probably Mariners D-backs. Because, like, we both like each other. Like, we both trade with each other all the time. 49ers Sean Coughlin. Oh, wow, Jake Moody's great. Jake Moody's incredible. We should give him, like, a 20-year contract. Angels win big. They do it again. Chopped to the pitcher. He'll take it himself. Nice glove there by Priester. And Tolio struggles continue on the season. We go to Freeman, the former Guardian. Off to a rough start with the Rockies thus far. Hitting just 125, 1 for his first 8. This is his first start of the series. First pitch misses for a ball 1-0. Pitch 89. Probably explains that. It does probably explain that. Got nothing against the Mariners. One of the Red Sox, Yankees like each other. This is from North. Oh, they definitely like each other. They definitely like each other. New York and Boston definitely love each other. .3-0. 3 straight balls. That one misses inside. A 4-pitch walk, and Tyler Freeman gets on board. Freeman gets on board. That's Simoniak up to bat. Moniak. 1 for 4 this series so far. He's been struggling as of late. Again, a lot of batters on the Rockies, in case you haven't been able to tell, have been struggling this season. Big reason why they have not been the best of teams this year. Over his last 4 games, Moniak, just 1 for 10. 1-0 the count. 5 straight balls thrown by Priester. Red Sox fans hate Yankees more than Yankees hate Sox. Oh, no. No, Yankee fans hate the Red Sox. Especially ever since the 3-0 collapse. Home team bottom of the inning? Yes. Yep, home team bottom of the inning. Home team is always bats second. Status report did an interview with the Timbers? Ooh. Yeah, that's a big rivalry. That's probably the biggest one in MLS. Besides El Trafico. Well, El Trafico is probably about the same, actually, as Sounders Timbers. Gonna try and steal, and will successfully. Tyler Freeman. His first stolen base of the season. Runner in scoring position. His first as a Rocky. Stole them for the Guards last season. Who's going for Colorado? Feltner. He's pitching well right now. Ban you for watching Brewers games? You made the call on this one. You guys made the call on this one. This was your choice, not mine. Yeah, no, I'm bummed that tomorrow I can't do the game. I'm really bummed tomorrow I can't do the game. Because Birmingham-Arlington should be a fun one. Like, I'm not touching that one. Like, betting-wise, I'm not touching. I have no idea how that game's going to go. Yeah, even historically, he rivals on one side both hate each other. Oh, you're telling me. The 1-2, Moniak misses upstairs, 2-2. Why hear more Red Sox fans bad-mouthing Yankees than the other way around? Probably because the Yankees also have, like, the Mets. They also bad-mouth the Mets a lot. Because they're in the same city. Or is it taking L today? We'll see. Right now, Rockies looking good. Feltner pitching well. Priester not so much. The 2-2. That one lined directly to the first baseman. Nice play there by Bowers. Runner has to hold. So line out. 2 out. Nicely hit ball. Just right place, right time. 2 season tickets. Yes. Yes, I am. Stallings. Up to bat, hitting just 133 so far on the season. Only his 5th game of the year, was 0 for 4 in the first game of the series on Tuesday. First pitch, misses for a ball, 1-0. Freeman is the man in scoring position after the stolen base. The 1-0. That one fouled down the right field line, 1-1 the count. And Priester on the bump here for the Brew Crew in his first game. Last season's second inning was not that good for him. Last year in the second inning of games, he allowed a .385 batting average. Opponents got on 40% of the time. So the second inning, for whatever reason, that's where it really fell apart for him. For whatever reason. What teams are a deal breaker if they're a fan of? I don't know. I honestly don't know. It might just be the Titans. I don't know at this point. Might just be the Titans. If they're a bandwagoner, if they're like Yankees, Cowboys, Lakers, it's like that's a deal breaker. 2-2. How's it going, Michael? Still in Brazil today with my dad's 60th birthday. Oh man. The 2-2 misses downstairs. 3-2. All my classmates are Michigan State fans. Support Ohio State over Michigan in the game. That makes sense. Oh no, Michigan hates. No, the rivalry between Michigan and Michigan State. There's a lot of bad blood there. Dodgers? I don't know. There's a lot of Dodger fans out here. Full count. Swing and a miss. The Stallings, his struggles continue. Rockies leave a man on. We go to the top of the third. 1-0 the score. All right. Yeah, I mean, like you can tell if it's like a bandwagon. If it's like Dodgers, Chiefs, Celtics or something like that, like it's like okay, like come on. I won't do that. Mr. Fan feel like hate all Big Ten teams except for ones who joined last year, and he seems like Rutgers, Maryland. Yeah, the non-original ones. Can I pull back to you, Petus? Ortiz, Dunn, Haas. 7-8-9 here is bottom of the order for the Brew Crew coming up. Right, Chiefs have the switch behind. They do. Who can hate Rutgers? Yeah, it's impossible. Rutgers is just there. I don't know anyone with strong feelings toward Rutgers. Like, do they have any rivals? Like, there's no one nearby. I guess Penn State back in the day. But other than that, like... Other than that, like, nothing really. All right. 6 up, 6 down to start this one. For Feltner. Right, you're not a bad one, Feltner. Yeah. Nearest round like teams in Philly. That's a good... Yeah, that's more than fine. That's more than fine. 7-8-9 hitters due up here. Last year, he was money in the third inning. Allowed a .204 batting average last year in the third. It was one of his best innings. Joey Ortiz, first pitch in their first strike. Am I real man or AI? I'm real. I'm a real person. I'm watching the game? Yes, I am. Fly ball into center field, and will be fielded out there in center by Doyle. I'm using MLB TV. I have the MLB TV app. If this is AI, this is the most realistic AI you'll ever see in your life. If I'm an AI robot, I mean, that's the most realistic. I don't even know how that would even work. No, I'm real. I'm not one of the bot streamers. This is completely real. Completely real. Met some nice Sour fans, well, some rude ones without even knowing I'm a Seahawks fan. Yeah, I think it's every fan base. Some nice and some rude ones. Done up to bat now for the Brew Crew. Yeah, the game is on MLB TV. I have the subscription to that, so I'm watching it on there. I'm sure Stream East has a game, though. I'm sure Stream East has the game, if you do need a link that way. Done. 182 so far in the season. Yeah, the Upper Valley did a very good job. It's so accurate with history. It is. It is. I put for fun in what I thought it was going to be the, He's allergic to Kirk Gibson. That is true. I put in what the controversy was on ChatGPT. They got it very wrong with Dan Dara today. That one, foul, 1-2 the count. Done. He's only hitting 182, but he's playing a lot better as of late. He's got a hit in each of his last 3 games. Had no hits before April 5th, and he's 4 for 12 over his last 3. So he's starting to turn around. Now, I'm a real person, Michael Hunt. I love the username. I'm not going to say the full name, but Michael Hunt. I've seen every trick in the book with that one. Downstairs for a ball, 2-2 the count. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button. Subscribe down below. Fellner's 7 up, 7 down so far. The 2-2 pitch by Feltner. That one, oh, that's close. On the outside corner, they don't call it. They don't give it to him. I thought Morrissey Miracle had been in Buffalo. Totally realistic. Yeah, I'm programmed to act like a human. I am. Full count. That was close. Thought he had it. That one. And that's the first base hit of the game for the Brew Crew. Done. He extends his hitting streak to 4 straight games. He'll get on with a double. So a controversial call to not give the strikeout on a close pitch on the outside corner. And ABS coming next year. I have something to say about that one. Dunn fights back. Gets the first hit of the game for the Brew Crew. Yeah, 64 teams. That's insane for the World Cup. That's insane. Though at least with 64... only the top 2 teams in each division make it, so there's no third place nonsense. But still. Granted, it's still exclusive. The funny part is it's still exclusive. The funny part is a 64-team World Cup. There's 210 nations in FIFA. So it's still, you're letting less than 1/3 of the teams in. But still, it's insane. The 0-1 pitch to Haas. Haas swings at that one downstairs, 0-2. Haas's first start of the series. Usually it's Contreras behind the plate, but he's playing DH today. 120 nation bracket. No, World Cup's at 48. They expanded from 32 to 48. Downstairs for a ball, 1-2. Good trap, or good block there, I should say, by Stallings. We have 50 people in the chat right now. Again, if you like what we see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. We do tons of baseball games. Hope for some small island nation. Oh, yeah. A lot of Caribbean nations are loving this expansion. A lot of African nations, too. Oh, man. The 1-2. Swing and a miss downstairs. Haas goes down. Back to the top of the order we go. Another strikeout there by Feltner. First time through the order. Looked very, very good. Again, last game, the Rockies allowed 5 runs in the third. Well, 2030, I don't even know what the World Cup's going to look like, because you got games in a million different countries. I'm fine with Spain, Portugal, Morocco. I'm fine with that, but then you got some games in South America for some reason. That's chopped right to the second baseman. Terang, well, it's bobbled. It's bobbled. It's going to be E4. Inning will stay alive. Runners on the corners. A defensive mistake there for the Rockies. Tyler Freeman bobbles the ball. Next UFL game, well, it's tomorrow, but we're calling the game on Saturday. So Doyle gets on board thanks to an E4. Should have been the end of the inning. And that will send Jackson Churio up to bat. Chourio again riding a nice little hit streak right now. An 11-game hitting streak for Chourio. They can make it 12 here tomorrow, Birmingham and Arlington. That one, chopped to third. It's going to be a barehanded scoop. What a throw! What a play! That's a web jam right there to get Chourio out. What a play there, Ryan McMahon. There's a reason he was an all-star last year. What a play, the barehanded scoop to get him out. A bad defensive error by Tyler Freeman, but made up for immediately by a heck of a play by McMahon, a 5-3 out. That's a web gem right there, Arenado-esque. Not to bring back bad memory for Rocky fans. Beautiful out right there. Beautiful play. You'll see that one on SportsCenter later today. Brewers leave 2 on. So far, Feltner has allowed just 1 hit. Yeah, 2300-year anniversary of the... Yes, it is. I know why they're doing it, because of the 100th anniversary thing, but why are you having games halfway around the world? Like, it makes no sense. So you're telling me you're going to play 1 game in those countries. 1 game. And then they're going to have to fly over to Spain to play another game. Like, it's insanity. I guess the World Baseball Classic does it, but it's not the same. I think the thing with part of why I liked the World Cup before expansion, part of why I really liked it, was because you got the taste of that country. But when you have so many different countries hosting it, you're not getting that taste. Like, every World Cup had a distinct identity to it. Like, you got the flavor of that country. But now, if you're going to have 8 different countries hosting in 2030, or 7, and it's going to be just a mishmash. It's almost like this. Like, it's almost like in 2026, like, you're not really getting it with 3 countries. Favorite episode from each Sweet Life show? Ooh, okay. So, man, On Deck was not that good. On Deck was not that good. That one up the middle for a nice diving play by Terang, but the throw is unsuccessful, and Doyle gets on board to lead off the inning. That should be a base hit. Ooh. Okay, I think the best one for Sweet Life... Well, the best scene is the Prindle. That's the best scene. The best episode... Oh, man. I would have to go with the commercial. Waiting for the Louisville City FC goes to MLS. I think they will at some point. They've got the fan base. That is a bad bunt, and we'll get the out at second as a result. That's a pop-up bunt. Veen cannot do his job. He'll get the first on a fielder's choice. Doyle had to hold a little bit because that could have been caught in the air. It wasn't, but got the out at second. Trevor Carr driving to 305. Nice. Nice. So I would say the commercial episode of Sweet Life. That was a classic. The song is catchy. The song is incredibly catchy. On Deck, again, there's not a lot of options to choose from with On Deck. Because that show was not that good. I mean, the boat was boring. Woody was just annoying as a character. There was no one really likable on Deck besides Bailey. Favorite one, though? Yeah, I think too small TV market. I think that's why. Thoughts on House? I'll get to that in a little bit. On Deck. I'm thinking Paris. Paris was good. Paris was good. Yeah. I'd probably go Paris on that one. But they were not made for each other. Cody and Bailey were insufferable together. It was Ross and Rachel on steroids. So Huss, I'm not surprised he's leaving. 2-0 count here. Meanwhile, to Farmer. I'm not surprised. Sick of the coach and winning at creating. I will say, best case scenario, stolen base here is going to go, and we'll beat will not beat the throw. What a throw. Got a great jump. And Veen is out. Veen is out. Did not beat the throw. Got a heck of a jump. But it was a heck of a throw by Haas behind the plate. Let's check this again. Tags there. He's out. He is out. What a throw. What a throw. Bases are empty. 3-0 count. That one misses upstairs for a ball. Had a classmate in high school who was a Yankee fan and so much F for it. I get it. Yeah, if you will expand. I mean, should be good for football. But he's got the good capacity. I mean, dimension-wise, I don't know. How's it going, Jacob? Welcome into the chat. But, I mean, Audi Field's the best atmosphere besides the Dome. Oh, I don't know about even Steven Lizzie McGuire. I don't know about best episode for that. But Huss, I think the best case scenario, besides staying, obviously, is taking the job at Creighton. Because it means you don't lose any of the coaches. Because he's not bringing over any of the coaches with him. So we get to run it back, essentially. We got to run it back with the same guys. Like, I think we're going to promote from within, probably get Flynn. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. 64 is way too much for the World Cup. I like it better than 48, oddly enough, because you don't get the weird third place format. But it should not be 64. And plus, what country's going to have a stadium so 64 besides a select few? Like, USA will. Check swing. Did he go? He did. 1-2 the count. McMahon 0 for 1. So far in this one. McMahon currently riding a 6-game hitting streak. Taylor Hicks is more popular than Bruce Springsteen because more number one hits. Explain why that logic is dumb in NFL terms. Trent Dilfer is better than Dan Marino. Because Dilfer has more rings. That's an easy one. The 2-2 count. McMahon. That one into right center for a base hit. Farmer will advance to third with ease. Runners on the corners, 2 out. McMahon's hitting streak extends to 7 games. He's got a hit in every game this series. Martini up in the 5 spot. At designated here, I am Jacob. Martini up in the 5 spot. Looking to extend Colorado's lead. Martini last season, with the bases empty, hit 198. With men in scoring position, 300. A much different player when guys are on versus when they're not. He's got runners on the corners here. 2 out. How's it going? Welcome into the chat for one. Chelsea want me over $8 grand. Let's go. Yeah, Brian's better than Drew Brees. Yep. Because of the MVP? Yep. First pitch outside for a ball. 1-0. And right now, Felton are pitching very well for the Rockies. So if you can get in some run support, you should be in a good spot. Got the solo shot from Doyle to lead off the game. That's it. The 1-0. Chop foul. Down first base. 1-1 the count. Was Drew Brees ever the best quarterback in the UFL? Or the NFL? You could make the case in 2009 he was. You could make the case in 2009. Other than that, I don't think there's a single year where he was the best quarterback in the NFL. 2009, you could make the case. 1-1. That one. Into right center field, but playable by the track. And making the grab out and right is Churio. Rockies leave 2 on. Remains a 1-0 ball game. As we go to the top of the 4th. Hannah Montana. Best episode of Hannah Montana? Ooh. Best one of Hannah Montana. There are some good ones. Season 4 had some bangers. Season 4 had some absolute bangers. I would say... Well, Bone Dance was a classic. Jags and Rito pick 5? Yeah, they should. If it's football, perfect. Then yeah, it would absolutely work. Absolutely work. I think the one where she reveals herself in season 4 might be the best one. The worst one's the one after that, the Robin Roberts episode. I don't know what that was. That was probably just a bottle episode. But the one before that, that was great. Also, although if I count hour-long specials, he could be the one was probably the best. He could be the one that's probably the best. Best Ned's Declassified. Ooh. Jet Chuck DeVlair. Like 80 years old. Best Ned's Declassified. Oh, man. It's been forever since I watched that show. How's it going, Cujo from Jokic Country? How's it going, man? For your last parents episode, Julie Chen played a character? Really? Which character did she play? Because I know Julie Chen, so the host of Big Brother. The Bills correct, Dan Dara. Dan Dara, yep. Best Ned's Declassified. Pitch misses upstairs. No, they're going to call that a strike. You got the girls? Yeah. There was one with a bus that was pretty good. If I'm not mistaken. There was one with a bus. Finale was also, yeah. I feel like finale's too vague to say, but yeah. Into left center for a base hit. Yelich gets on board. Leadoff double to start. The Brewers, for the first time today, have the leadoff man on. Contreras up now. It's Christian Yelich. Now 4 hits this series, a 5-game hitting streak for him. Easy sum for Yelich. It is. It is. Found the gap. Found the gap. Who did Julie Chen play in Fairly Odd Parents? AW double or nothing's coming to my city? Oh, wow. I will not be going. I will not be going. Contreras' first pitch, strike, 0-1. Contreras playing better as of late again. 3-game hitting streak after starting the year off. Just 2 for 27. One the count. Obviously pitching there for a called strike. Ned Bigby's who Greg Heffley thinks he, yes. I think around that one. AW sucks nowadays. I've never heard any good things about AW, to be fair. The 1-2. Contreras watches that one in the dirt. Good block there behind the plate by Stallings. Prevent the run from going. 2-2. We got 62 people in the chat right now. Again, if you like what we see, folks, like and subscribe. If you are a member, you can share your support for either one of these teams. We got the emojis in the chat for both these teams. We're doing the Phillies-Braves game later tonight. If you donate $50 or more, I will sing any song you want me to on this song list tonight in front of with a live band in front of a crowd. And any donation counts for to make the call on which side which game we're called Monday night. Braves, Blue Jays, Giants, Phils, or Red Sox, Rays. The 2-2. That one. Fair ball down the left field line. That's going to tie the game. Back-to-back doubles for the Brewers to start this inning. As the Brew Crew 1-1. Or Jalen was Crimson Trim. I knew that. Can I see it on stream? I cannot. I cannot see it on stream. Yeah, today's the last game of that series. You don't see series going to Friday. Series will end on Thursday. It'll never end on a Friday. So back-to-back doubles allowed. Contreras gets on board. He's riding a 4-game hitting streak, and that's going to send Mitchell up to bat. Right, Grossi does, but he also doesn't stream 10,000 hours a day. My voice would be shot. Also, I do it in front of a live band. That's the other thing. I do it with a live band. That's the difference. The 1-0 misses outside. 2-0 the count. And a quick little mound visit here just to settle down. And not looking good right now for the Rockies. Not looking good. Feltner last season struggled mightily against the heart of the order. Against the 3-4 hitters. Allowed guys to get on 38% of the time against the 3. Over 30% against the 4. 34% against the 5. So heart of the order, struggling there. Right, no break in between Philly series or Rays series. Yep, no break in between those. If it's close geographically, or if it's at home, and they won't be. Ooh, choked their meds. Oh, man, that sucks. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully you feel better. That pitch misses way outside. 3-0. Feltner was good against the heart of the order last time, but second time up, it's been a bit different. That pitch in there for a called strike, though. 3-1 the count. Garrett Mitchell so far this season. This is the second time he's faced a 3-0 count. After 3-0, he got on base the first time, and will get on base again. So I think they sell Globe Life Field for all in. Yeah, I don't think they can. I don't think they can. Yeah, I like the profile picture. It's nice. I like it. Let's go, Tim. Welcome in chat. How's it going, Lou? Off tomorrow, so early weekend. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Pitch misses outside, and the control is starting to fall apart here for Feltner, who has thrown 5 of his last 6 pitches for balls. $1 million pay raise. I'm not surprised by that. Kelsey, give him everything he can. Give him everything he wants. That pitch downstairs, now 6 of his last 7 have been balls. You know, they started the golden age, yeah. Even Stevens, Les McGuire, That's So Raven, that's really when it started the golden age. So remember, before 98, it was really pay-per-view. There weren't any, like, it was a kids channel, like a young kids channel. Really, 98 was when everything turned around. Playoffs Disney, and then Disney Channel shows. That's a 3-0 count again. Feltner behind once again in the count. All good. Football's back on, so best we go. There you go. 7 of his last 8 pitches have been balls. Make it 8 of his last 9. It's a 4-pitch walk. I remember Cosmo won on that show. I do remember that. The first 4 batters have gotten on. And there are still no outs. Discord server I was in about Jags fans don't exist. I mentioned one of my professors, this score is a Jags fan. I was telling my professor isn't real. TJ Watt thinks he's going to be a Steeler for life. I know the picture he posted yesterday on Instagram. I'm not too worried. And there is activity in the pen. Jake Bird is warming up. First 3 innings were great for Feltner. It's fallen apart in this 4th inning. Quite badly, I might add. Back-to-back walks. Again, there is activity in the pen. There's a mound visit right here. You figure if Feltner can't get out here, this is going to be it. So I can't allow 5 straight batters to get on. Ortiz is coming up with the bases loaded. While trying to get my money? I think so. Last season, Ortiz, with the bases loaded, hit 600. Got on base 67% of the time. 9 plate appearances, 3 runs, or 3 hits, 3 walks. So Ortiz, very good last year in this spot. I didn't get any notification about that. I didn't get any notification about Tyreek in custody. I got no notification on that. Another ball. 8 of his last 9 pitches, 9 of his last 7 balls. Yeah, I think Phineas from when that ended, that was the end of the golden age. Another one for a ball. 10 of his last 11 pitches have been balls. At this point, if I'm Ortiz, I'm not swinging the bat until he throws a strike. I think Hype goes for now. I think they're just going to promote from within. I think they're going to promote Flynn. The 2-0. Outside for a ball. 11 of his last 12 pitches. Ortiz, he can just stand there right now because Feltner can't find the zone if his life depended on it. 3 straight 3-0 counts to start. When I saw the divorce filing. Finally a strike. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. It's a Rocktober miracle, Charlie Brown. Feltner finally throws a strike. Still behind 3-1 in the count. I don't know how you trade for number 1 overall, because there's no receiver worth number 1. That one, right back to the third baseman, lined out. Leaping grab there by McMahon over at third. He's made a few web gems today. The Glenn trend. He's done a few nice plays today. After it saved a run last inning on the slow hopper. Saved probably 2 runs there with that leaping grab. Done up to bat. Swing and a miss there, 0-1. Last good live action show. Shake It Up was not good. No, the kid was a creep on that show. The kid was a creep. Good Luck Charlie was great. That was the last one. That was probably the last one. That pitch on the outside corner for a strike, 0-2. Feltner maybe starting to settle down. It's odd because that was the same location that he threw strike 3 at, which should have been strike 3, last inning. $29 for Blackwoods, I guess. Swing and a miss there on the off-speed pitch. 3 straight strikes. Down goes Dunn. And if the Rockies get out of this with a score tied, that would be incredible. Considering how bad this inning got. The first 4 men coming on base. Twins by 2-1 lead. Fire Rocco. Haas up to bat. He has 1 RBI this season. He can get 2 with a base hit here. Right down the middle for a strike. 5 straight strikes thrown by Feltner after, well, throwing nothing but balls before that. The 0-1. In there for a called strike. 6 straight strikes by Feltner. I don't know what happened before. He was throwing 11 of his 12 pitches were balls. Discord's down, homeboy. Yeah, animation side's been pretty good from what I've heard. But it's a more like, yeah, it's a more like mature. But yeah. Now 3-2 Earls, oof. The 0-2 to Haas. That one shot fouled on the third base line. The Rockies get out of this. It's an absolute win. Bases were loaded. Nobody was out. Yeah, I think for most people it was Disney Channel, Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon. You watched 2. You didn't watch 3. You watched 2. I was Nick and Disney Channel. I never watched Cartoon. The 0-2. Swing and a miss downstairs. Feltner gets out of it. Back-to-back Hayes for him. Got aided by the great play by McMahon at third for the first out. The Brewers leave. The bases loaded. An absolute win for Feltner. He was probably 1 pitch away from getting yanked. It was a 3-0 count with the bases loaded. 1 pitch away from getting yanked. And then he retires 3 straight. And it's still a tie game. Brewers do get around the Contreras RBI double. But that is more than okay if you're Colorado. Considering how bad that could have been. Alright, again, folks, if you like what we see, like and subscribe. Helps us out a ton on the channel again. We got the emojis for all the teams playing today. Went to both Kaufman and PNC. Ooh, nice. I want to go to both of them at some point. Any song on this list, $50 or more, I'll sing it tonight. And I'll record it, put it on my Twitter. I will show you what it's like singing with a live band and whatnot. And any donation counts for to make the Hall message which game we're called on Monday night. Braves, Blue Jays, Giants, Phils, or Red Sox, Rays. Was allowed to watch most of the original program? Really? That surprised me. They did see until 2015. Then it was exclusive Cartoon Network from like 3rd grade even into the pandemic. Wow. That's a long time to be just exclusively for one network. All right. Bottom of the 4th we go. 6, 7, 8 hitters due up here for the Rockies. Golden Age ended when SpongeBob got bad. I would agree with that. Right around, I would say, 07. I'd say 99 to 07 was the golden age of Nick. That pitch, base hit. Yeah, Victorious was great, just need a real finale. Totally on board. Leadoff single. Tyler Freeman coming up. Base hit there by Totally. A fourth hit of the game for the Rockies. Leadoff man is on. 08 or 09. That's fair. That's fair on that one. Freeman on base for the walk last time. Check swing. Did he go? They're going to say he did not. 1-0. Yeah, iCarly's finale was good. All jail team. Who's starting? How long do they have to be in jail? That's the question. How long do they have to be in jail? The 1-0. Swing and a miss. On the slider outside. 1-1. Hey, Hernandez is my tight end. That's easy. That one chopped right back to the pitcher. 1-4-3. Freeman grounds into a double play. He's just 1 for 9 on the season. 2 out. Loyal Jack Switch, is he a good player? He's solid. He's a solid off-ball linebacker. He's solid. We're not picking him as 50-year option because it doesn't make a lot of sense to pay a lot of money to an off-ball linebacker like that, but yeah. Didn't Gabe Davis wear it? No, I thought Gabe Davis wore it last year. I thought Davis wore 0. Well, Art can't be... Okay, prison term is... Wait, then why would Art be on your old jail team? Wait a second. No, come on. Why would Art be old jail team? Prison term forever. Okay, then Michael Vick. Moniak. That's a bad play by the second baseman. Terang lets that one go by. That should be an error. Moniak on board. And he will hustle his way into second. Moniak gets on board. I mean, if we're doing it like that, where it's going to be a prison term, if we're doing it like that, 2 out double, or that, I guess it's going to be E4. I think it's for live action 09, yeah, but I'm thinking like animation too. Stallings will come up. Yeah, Fanboy Chum Chum was bad. Moniak hustling there. Great move there. He'll get into scoring position. They always run it out. Yeah, then Vic over Art. That one's easy then. Vic over Art. That one, line foul. Team Animations Gold Age. Ooh, that's bold. That's bold. Your cover's Trower. Oh man, that's gonna be rough. The 0-1. Downstairs 1-1. I mean, OJ's got to be the running back. OJ at running back. The 1-1. That one fouled down the right field line. 1-2. Regular show? I did not watch regular show. Plaques at wide receiver. Alongside Warren Wells. The 1-2. Upstairs for a ball, 2-2. What can Stallings do here with a runner in scoring position? Just 2 for 16 in the series, 125 average. Fred Warner's, nah. Fred Warner was just crap. 2-2, that was brain rot. Fred Warner was just brain rot. Fish Hooks was also, well, that was Disney, I think. That was awful. I will say, there were some good episodes of Rock, Paper, Scissors. I will say, Rock, Paper, Scissors is actually... I got some good chuckles out of that show for Nickelodeon. They're starting to get it back together. Loud House is fine. The 2-2. Check swing. Did he go? Oh, he went. He went. Rockies leave a man on. As Stallings, his struggles continue. Favorite Drake and Josh episode. Oh, man. How did I choose just one on that one? How do you choose just one? Why do I hate OJ? I mean, if he did it. Melissa Joan Hart, was that Chris explains it all, or is I dead wrong? Oh, duty called? Oh, who you got? Well, Vic, OJ, Plaxico, Stallworth, Warren Walls, Aaron Hernandez. That's your offense. That's your offense for sure. We go top 5. You feel like offense? I did not hear that. I know they did a live action Fairly Odd Parents, which was crap. And then they removed it from all streaming services. Favorite Drake and Josh? I would either go with the Kissing Game one. I go the Kissing Game episode. Where they're trying to kiss as many girls as possible. The Storm. The Storm's a classic. I mean, the Storm's probably the winner. Approving Puffer is great. The Temptation one with the chocolate pool. Oh my god. That was good. Josh is Done is a great one. Josh is Done is a classic. Josh is Done is great. But I'd probably have to go with the Storm. I'd probably have to go with the Storm. Just Crazy Steve with Dora was incredible. And Really Big Shrimp also. You gotta do that. Yeah, Brewers improved a lot since the start. They started 0-4. They've won 7 of their last 8. They're looking good so far. Left the bases low, though, last inning. Fellner back on for 5th inning of work. Yeah, Drake and Josh, it's great. Yeah, Darren Sharp are definitely top of the top. Jim Tyrer, well, he didn't go to jail, but he would have been in jail. Better Hall of Fame case. Matt Ryan, Philip Rivers. I think Rivers is a better case. Neither are making it, but I think Rivers is closer to making it. Terang. Leading off here for the Brewers. 3rd time through the order now. Jay Johnson, more so before my time. My sister's time. I do remember catching this episode on Team Nick. Yeah, if you get a chance. I mean, season 1's okay. If you get a chance. I mean, the final season of Drake and Josh is just incredible. 2 straight balls to start. 2-0 the count to Terang. Terang 0 for 2 this game. Looking to extend his hitting streak, and he's got a hit in every game so far this series. He's got a hit every game this season. He's running a 12-game hitting streak. Matt Ryan or Cam Newton, better chance. Oh, easily, Matt Ryan. Easily on that one. Pitch, cold strike, 3-1. So Terang has gone on board every game so far this season. He's got a 15-game hitting streak dating back to last season. Yeah, I get you on that one, Big Tire. I get you. Fouled off, some 3-0 goes to 3-2. Seeing as, yeah. And then Hap with Drake and whatnot. The Drake and Josh are on good terms again. They're on good terms. I don't know what Pool Shark is. Stay alive. That one fouled down the 3rd base line. The 3-2 pitch. Hopkins Hall of Fame. It's going to be close. I don't think he will make it, though. I don't think so. I think his case is very much like Steve Smith. So we'll see what happens with Smith. 6-3 out there. Great play there by the shortstop as Farmer delivers that throw in time. 4 straight men retired by Feltner after that rough start to the 4th. I'm more so than Schneider. Yeah. I wasn't thinking about Schneider with that one. I wasn't thinking about him. I was thinking about the guy that was way worse than Schneider. It's crazy. That one. Oh, I thought you meant like a show. I thought you meant a show. I was like, I never heard the show Pool Shark. No, I know that one. Yeah, no, I love that episode. I thought you meant there was a show called Pool Shark. I'm like, wait, what? Now, the best billiards episode of all time in any show is Fresh Prince. That's the best one. If you want a good billiards episode with hustling and pool, Fresh Prince. They got it from Fresh Prince. That's one of the best episodes. That's one of the best episodes ever. When brings out Lucille. That was good. 0-2 after everyone gets fouled off. What 90s Nickelodeon game show play video games? Oh, well, Nickelodeon game shows I'm great at. Nick Arcade. That was a great show. The technology to pull that off was incredible. Swing and a miss there. I can answer Nickelodeon game show questions pretty well. On the slider, 5 straight retired. Nick Arcade was great. They, like, buried that show afterwards. It was, like, on Nick Gas at, like, 5:30 in the morning. But Nick Arcade was so much fun to watch. I don't know how they pulled that off. I don't even know how you pulled it off today. Like, that's the one that was, I don't know how you pull it off today. Even with all the technology we have. To, like, play the video game. Okay, the actual game... Okay, I will say this. The actual game itself... was fine. The final round, I don't know how they pulled that off. Yeah, the final round, I don't know how they made that work. That should be a 4-3 out, and it will be. 3 up, 3 down. Yeah, Sheep Thrills, that was a good one. Bottom 5 we go. Feltner settling in. After a rough 4th. Still a 1-1 game. Am I putting Nick Arcade in my top 5 Nickelodeon game shows of all time? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No Nickelodeon game show compared to Double Dare. Yes, you were right on that one. Chalk Zone, I remember Chalk Zone. I remember that one. Yeah, Double Dare, Family Double Dare, Super Sloppy. Yep. How they play the game without having to put a quarter in it. Don't we all? Don't we all? I mean, there was one game that compared to Double Dare, and that was Legends. Legends of the Hidden Temple compared to that. Now, Double Dare 2000 was crap. I go on a whole rant about that. Double Dare 2000 was crap. But the original Double Dares were great. Joe Mill Hall of Fame, first ballot. Absolutely. Absolutely. Millen, he could retire right now. He's a Hall of Famer. All right, Doyle leading off for the Rockies. Bottom 5. When we get back in, if you like what we see, folks, like and subscribe. I did know that. I never watched that one. Yeah, Guts was good. I did like Guts a lot. What Sunterra was best? Honestly, probably, since I became a fan, the 21, the bubble, the 21 year as well. The bubble, 21, all that. That was a fun time. That was a really fun time. Like, 21 was by far the most fun I've had watching basketball. It's like, oh, this team actually might do some stuff. Priester's still out there, allowed the leadoff shot since then. Is not allowed to run. Nobody active in the NFL that was Hall of Fame track. What would happen? Well, they would only induct the minimum each year. There's still plenty of guys who have been passed over. A Nickelodeon game show that was a knockoff of What's My Line. Ooh. I don't know what What's My Line is. Is Figure It Out? I'm guessing Figure It Out, because you had to guess, like, word by word what the secret talent was. That pitch on the outside corner for a strike 0-2. Yeah, Drake and Josh banger after banger. It really was. That show was probably the only sitcom Nick had that legitimately was mature enough and good enough to make it on actual, like, over-the-air television. That one in there for a cold strike. Doyle looks at 3 strikes in a row. First out of the inning. And it goes to Veen. Sean Taylor, would he have made the Hall of Fame? It was still very early. Still very early. He probably was on track, but very early. Who knows, like, how his career would have held up. D-backs are off today. Yes, they are off today. First switch misses outside to Veen, 1-0. Veen 0 for 2 today. Tried to bunt over last time, and it was a pop-up bunt. Veen 1 for 9 to start his career off. Got his first and only Major League hit in weird fashion in the first game of this series. He will not get a hit here as that's a weak chopper down the first base line. Yeah, let's figure it out. Let's go. Well, I think the A's announcer, I think that was a mistake on his end. Like, I think that was just a pure, he was trying to he he tried to combine two words and actually came out that way. Like, there was clearly no ill intent with how he said it. There was clearly no ill intent with that. I get why he was fired, but that one is a lot more defensible than what Brenneman did on a hot mic, where there was clearly, like, ill intent. That one was just a slip of the tongue, where he was trying to combine two words. He was clearly talking about the Negro League Hall of Fame with respect and reverence, and he probably combined two words. Yeah, Summer Sanders, yeah. I did love Summer Sanders. Brain Surge was really good. Yeah, that was the last good Nick Game show. Brain Surge was great. Brain Surge was really good. Calling everyone off, making the play. Out at second base is Terang. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the top of the 6th. Tie game, 1-1. Figure out reboot. The problem with Figure Out, just, it's inherently a boring show. The problem with Figure It Out, the reboot was fine. Yeah, the reboot was better than the original. The reboot was better than the original. Because of the twist. Yeah, the A's house, yes. The helicopter, I did not hear about that. I did not hear. The problem with Figure It Out is that it's really, you know what the clue is. They don't, so you're just watching in frustration for 10 minutes. And then the actual, like, reveal of the talent's very underwhelming. Like, Figure It Out, it's very slow-paced in that regard. They made it work. Like, it could have been a whole lot worse, but it's not the best show. It's not the best. Plus, they're so used to, like, Nickelodeon shows where the kids are doing stuff. Like, they're going through obstacle courses. They're competing. They're answering questions and whatnot. But this was, oh, I can touch my toes. Yeah, that was one of the most cause. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. What Nickelodeon show started? A young Omar Gooding. Ooh. A young Omar Gooding. He wasn't the host of Nick Arcade, right? Omar Gooding. Right, just to reveal the talent just at the beginning? Yep, exactly. Exactly. They revealed in the first 5 seconds. Was it Nick Arcade? What does Omar Gooding look like? Hang on. Omar Gooding. Yeah, I'm gonna go Nick Arcade on that one. Oh, no, it was that. That one. Grounded or Shore. I don't count Wild and Crazy Kids, though, as a game show. I don't really count that. 1 pitch, 1 out. Feltner, 7 straight batters retired. Contreras had the RBI double last time. He goes down 1 pitch here. Mitchell up to bat. Yeah, I don't count Wild and Crazy Kids as a game show. Like, not in the Nickelodeon sense. I count game shows, like, in front of a live audience. Garrett Mitchell now. Got on base last time. In there for a called strike. 0-1 the count. Mitchell. 2 for his last time in the last 4 games. Fouls that one off. 0-2. Did he ever... I think he said... Was he talking about Pittsburgh? I think he was talking about Pittsburgh in that one. I think he said Pittsburgh. If I'm not mistaken on the hot mic. I think he was talking about Pittsburgh there. Downstairs for a ball. 1-2. Feltner went 5 innings each of the last 2 games, so this is the longest outing of the young season so far. Most he went last year, for those wondering, was 8 against the Marlins. Went at least 6 innings in 14 of his 30 starts last season. That one's ball 2-2. You know, Wild Curious because I don't really count this game show. Swing and a miss downstairs. 8 straight batters. Where's from Cincinnati talks against New York accent. Yep. He does. 8 straight batters retired. Bowers coming up. Yeah, the Brendan's one. That's the one that sticks out the most. Everything about that was great. Everything about that. With the prime myself as a man of faith. As that's a pop up to third. Making the play. 9 straight retired. McMahon makes the grab. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Still 1-1. Feltner doing his job after the rough 4th. Besides that, Brewers got nothing going. Just 3 hits today. I'll keep doing the low-scoring games. I don't know. I don't know. You guys picked this one. You guys picked this one. Yeah, we had the Brewers score 17 yesterday, and we got a 1-1 game here. Yeah, I think everything about that, from the home run itself to the fact that it was a Planet Fitness sign which says no judgment zone or judgment-free zone, to the actual call. I mean, that was the funniest apology of all time. He never even apologized for what he said. He apologized for offending his bosses. Never the people who were impacted by that statement. He apologized to his bosses. And so I do like April baseball. I think it's different depending on where you are. Because obviously snow baseball, not so much. What long-running show on ABC originally starred Bob Saget, 89? Well, he was the original host of America's Funniest Home Videos. So I'm going to go with that. I know Saget hosts America's Funniest Home Videos. So I'm going to go with that. Fox News, HQ's viewers out for Radio City Music Hall. One of the main studios that window overlooking the Radio City marquee. I knew they were in New York. I didn't realize they were that close to Radio City. But I knew they were in New York. Because I think every place has a studio in New York at this point. See, because Fox News has a show in New York. Dating Phantom now that the show can drink. Oh, man. Yeah, if you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe, helps the channel a ton. Again, any donation, get your question right away. Just go in the order that I see them. And again, every donation counts toward you make the call. Help me decide which game we are calling. On Monday night. You got till Saturday to vote on that. I know it's real. All right. McMahon up to bat. Made some nice plays at third today. First pitch in there for a cold strike, 0-1. Brian Hudson, the new pitcher, meanwhile, for the Brewers. So Priester, his day is done for 5 innings of work in his first ever outing with the Brew Crew. So no decision for Priester. Second pitch just misses a bit low for a ball. 1-1. Twins lose. Jeez. Mid to both. Ooh. So Brian Hudson pitched 1 inning on Monday's game. Got 2 strikeouts. Covers the bag nicely after a diving grab at first by Bowers. And they'll get McMahon out. A diving grab down the first base line by Bowers. And nice play there by Hudson to cover it up. Gets the out. Martini coming up. Hudson so far this season, 4 1/3, no earned runs allowed. Has some injuries control, 4 walks. As Martini his day is done, Bouchard is in. Bouchard will be pinch hitting for the designated hitter. Favorite Danny Phantom episode? Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I didn't watch that show too closely. I did like that show, but I didn't watch it religiously. Sure gets a hit? I think so. Again, he's got his hitting streak going. Ever since the first game. He's got a hit every game since then, so. I think he will. I think he'll keep it going. Especially against the Rockies bullpen. At some point. 2-0. Appreciate you tuning in, Tyreek. Appreciate you, man. Bouchard looking for his first hit since April 5th. He's 0 for his last 4. Played left field yesterday. Religious shows growing up. Ooh. It was all the sports shows. A lot of sports shows. A lot of Nickelodeon game shows. SpongeBob. I think it was really those. That pitch in there for a called strike. 3-1. And then like Sweet Life, Hannah Montana. The classics on Disney. But SpongeBob was my, like, I could not miss SpongeBob. 3-1. In there for a called strike on the inside corner. I think Jimmy Neutron was in there, too. Nice pitch down the inside corner. From 3-0 goes to 3-2. Last season, Bouchard got on base 56% of the time on a full count. He'll look at that one for strike 3. Bouchard thought he got a walk twice, but both pitchers were well inside the zone. Ooh, what Rugrats voice actors, recording artists in the 80s? I'm going to go Martika on that one. I could be dead wrong. I'm going to go Martika. She did some acting. I'm going to guess Martika. I could be dead wrong. I'm going to go Martika. Bouchard looks at 3 straight strikes. Totally up to bat. First pitch. Fouled off 0-1. Favorite Jimmy Neutron episode. I think the Survivor episode was great. The 90-minute Survivor episode is my favorite. Outside for ball 1-1. Tolia 1 for 2 today. Hudson has allowed just 1 hit in 5 innings of work this season. Pitch misses inside for ball 2-1. E.G. Daly. E.G. Daly. Who? Wait. I do not know who E.G. Daly is. I don't think I've ever heard... I've never heard a song by E.G. Daly. 2-2. That one fouled down the first base line. 26,000 per receiving yard for the Jets so far. It's a good life to have. It's a really good life. 26K per yard. Sign me up. She was a voice of Tommy? I thought that was voiced by a guy. I didn't realize that. The 2-2. That one. Grounder between the second baseman and the shortstop for a base hit. Tolia gets on his second hit of the game. Just the second hit allowed by Hudson this season. Tyler Freeman coming up with a runner on first. I didn't know that about Broadway. I didn't know where it got its name from. I didn't know that. Freeman 0 for 1 today. Just 1 for 9 to start the year off. Not what the Rockies had envisioned to start off after getting him from the Guardians earlier this offseason. First pitch, strike 0-1. Freeman hitting just 206, dating back to last season. Watches that one for a strike, 0-2. Rockies offense this season has not been good. They were dead last in runs scored with 34, alongside the Atlanta Braves. So the Braves have played 11 games, the Rockies have played 12. They have 35 runs now. But 35 runs in 13 games, less than 3 per game, that is dead last in baseball. Struggling here today offensively. 0-2. Freeman launches that one into left center. Will it find the gap? It will not. Covering a lot of ground there was Garrett Mitchell. And Freeman starts off just 1 for 10 as a Rocky. To the top of the 7th we go. Hudson does his job out of the pen. Score remains 1-1. Which 90s next star? Oh, God. Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krebs? Are you feeling it now? All right. Best season? Last season. Season 4. Definitely season 4. That and most of my favorite episodes. Season 1 was the worst. I think that show got better as the seasons went on. 1 was the worst, and then 4 was the best. We go top 7, still 1-1. I'll put a poll up, because why not? Why the heck not? Rockies looking to avoid getting swept. And become the first team in the National League with double-digit losses this season. A Pizza character? There was a Pizza Hut character? When did Pizza Hut have a mascot? I didn't know Pizza Hut had a mascot. I didn't know that. Delete my YouTube. Well, I can't lose my job. Bring back Bulky. I'd probably bring back Bulky and Meyer, even though it would kill my sanity. Yeah, even 1 still has good ones. Yeah, it still has some good ones. But it was very much more kid-oriented. Very much more kid than... It was more mature, seasons 2 through 4. How's it going, Power Packers? Appreciate you tuning in. Oh, I'm feeling like Joe Barkle. Yeah, Slayer Shorts, that was legit. Pete and Pete, like, early 90s Nick was good. Get to be number 1 NL losses. There you go. Feltner, if that's it for him, a heck of an outing. Retire the final 9. If that's it for him, and it will be it. So Feltner's day is done. No decision here. For him, bottom of the order we go. Bird is going to be pitching here for the Rockies. So Jake Bird. Last season, a 4.50 ERA. Dre and Josh went over here. What channel we got? So I can see Fox. I think that'd be a Fox show. Downstairs 2-0. Pizza Hut? I don't even remember Pizza Hut. Bird has been money this season. 5 innings of work before this game. 7 strikeouts. Just 1 hit. 1 walk. No earned runs. But he's behind 3-0 in the count here. To Ortiz at the bottom of the order. First game of the series for Bird. Last time he pitched was on April 6th. Got the hold in that 12-5 win. Pitched 2 innings. Struck out 5. But a 4-pitch walk to start. A 4-pitch walk to start. Ortiz gets on board, and Nelson done up to bat. So for the first time, the last 9 batters, Brewers have a man on base. Joey Ortiz. Curveball in there for a called strike, 0-1. Ortiz walked 3 times yesterday, and he gets a walk there. So, did a good job getting on base this series. Done. 1 for 2. He's got a 4-game hitting streak that continues today. Chopped right back. And Bird covering. Runner advances to second. Tough play there, but Bird was able to keep his foot on the bag. Runners in scoring position, but they get the out. Haas up to bat. We got 65 people in the chat right now. Again, if you like what we see, like, subscribe, plus the channel a ton. They move permanently to Sacramento? Yes, it would be easier. Yeah, because the thing with if they move permanently to Sacramento, it would be a lot easier because there would still be some fans from Oakland. And on top of that, too, Sacramento, I get why, to some extent, they're not... I get why. For Sacramento, I get why, like, they're not supporting them. I get why. Because you don't know if they're going to stay. The schedule intro glitched. It says no UFO Friday, but under it shows a UFO game at 3. Well, there's an MLB game at 3. We have an MLB game at 3. 1-1. We have a game at 3. It's baseball. I did not watch that. Oh, you are right on that. You are right. You are absolutely right. The dates are off. Yep, you're right. My bad. The dates are off. The dates are off. Off by a day on that. Yeah, everything. I forgot to change the dates. 1-2. Yeah, it should be that. Yeah, the dates are off. 1-2 the count. Check swing. Held back in time. 2-2. Yeah, so we have a game of 3. Royals, Guardians tomorrow. And then we go on Saturday we do UFL, and then Sunday we do a triple header. 2-2. Held back that time again. Full count here to Haas. Last season, got on base 50% of the time on a full count. That one, sky to the shortstop. Easily playable there. For Farmer, 2 down. What time is it again tomorrow? Oh, 6 o'clock tomorrow. 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. 3 o'clock my time. Yeah, Guardians Royals tomorrow is 6 o'clock my time. Or wow, I cannot speak. It is 3 o'clock my time, 6 o'clock Eastern. Yeah, 6 o'clock Eastern. 6:10 to be exact, so we'll go live at 6:05. Back to the top we go for Terang. 4th time up, he's 0 for 3. Pitch misses inside for a ball, 1-0. Terang has got a base hit every game this season. Hitting streak in jeopardy, though, if he can't get one here. Longest hitting streak in the majors dating back to last season. One. That pitch. In there for a strike. 1-2. Bird allowed the leadoff man on. Looking to retire the next 3. The 1-2 to Durang. That one's too low. 2-2. Two pitch. He looks at that one down the middle for a called strike 3. They leave a man on board. And we go to the bottom of the 7th. Score 1-1. Bird does his job out of the pen. And it is time to stretch, everybody. Let's go to the ball game. Let's do this. Get the organ loaded up. We're going to get this grand organ here. And here we go. All right, there we go. There we go. I don't want it to play automatically. I don't like it. I want it to be live. I want it to be live every time. I found one of the best Nick theme song for live action. Yes, I would say so on that one. Definitely. Victorious probably number 2 on that one. But Yeah, Huss is going to Creighton. Which, look, he started off at Creighton. He's going to be coaching waiting, so he's not going to be able to take any of our guys. We knew this was coming. This one, if he was going to go anywhere, it was going to be head coach and waiting at Creighton. So, it hurts, but we can just promote from within. I think we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. What same as watch games at for baseball? All right. Old Yankee, Shea as well. So those are the only two that don't exist anymore. In terms of current stadiums, New Yankee, Camden Yards, Progressive, Comerica, Citi Field, Citizens Bank, Busch, Dodger, Chase. I think those are the ones. So Hudson's Day is done after a good inning of work. New pitcher in for the Brew Crew. Abner Uribe. Uribe is the new pitcher here. He'll face Moniak to start. 2 straight balls, 2-2. If you're gonna, who do I think will win? I think the Brewers. Best and worst I'm into? I mean, New Yankee might be the worst, honestly. And best, Camden Yards is just majestic. Swing and a miss there, 2-1. It's a dirty move. If you're going to leave a program as a successful coach, you should only be leaving to be a current head coach. Nah, it makes sense. It makes sense. Again, he started off at Creighton. I never been to Globe Life. It makes sense. He'd never been to Creighton. Or he started off at Creighton. Check swing. Fouled off 2-2. He had started off there. He's guaranteed a Big East job at a big program. And he got a boatload of money. If things don't work out at Creighton, well, McDermott's going to retire. McDermott's going to retire in a year or two. So, it's going to work out. Again, it's going to work out. Said to the old Raiders fan, just okay. Yeah, I can't imagine, though, sitting there in the summer, like, during a, hot game. Bliss out 40 months? Oof, that's rough. That's rough. Full count here. Uribe, this is his first appearance of the series. Or, excuse me. His second appearance of the series. My apologies there. He'll get on board with a walk. Uribe got the hold last time. Went 1 inning, 2 strikeouts. He is not allowed an earned run this season. But he allows the leadoff man to get on board with just his second walk of the year. Went to a game on August 1st. Oh, man, when my birthday? You were dripping? I bet. Like, they needed to build a roof on that thing. I don't know, who thought in the 90s? That's a good idea to build a stadium without a roof in the heart of Texas. I'm going to try to bunt this way on. Strike for Stallings. Uribe has struck out 4 batters his last 2 outings in 2 innings of work. 5 2/3 this season. He's allowed only 5 base runners. High point extra screwed? No. No, not at all. The nice thing, too, obviously it stinks losing Huss. There's no sugarcoating it. But the thing with Huss taking a job in waiting, he's not going to be able to bring over his guys. He's not bringing over his staff. Because the staff's already there. So, you can just run from within and run it back. Like, nothing changes recruiting-wise or coaching-wise. Like, you can just run it back. Game moves extra innings. That'd be something. Let's have nowhere to be this time. Foul tip on the bunt, 1-2. MLB wanting a new deal with MLB TV? Huh? They own MLB TV. What do you mean want to deal with them? That makes no sense. Not sure what on earth you're talking about there. Unless I'm missing something. MLB owns MLB TV. First game in Arizona Cubs D-backs in June 9. I gotta say, Sosa home run, Rand Johnson with 14 Ks. You saw some legends on display. Bunting on 2 strikes, and it works. So runner advances to second. Always risky. Bunting on 2 strikes. It's an out if you foul it off. But Moniak takes second. And we'll go to the top of the order for Doyle. Stallings does his job in the 9-hole. Sacrifice bunt. A 1-3 out there. I can actually walk 6-flag power line. It's amazing how much stuff is there. Like, it's amazing. You got 6 Flags, Globe Life, the ballpark at Arlington, and Cowboy Stadium. All in, like, the same complex. Saturday, the next possible day for extra innings. I'm not sure yet. We should still be okay. We could do extra innings here. We could do that. Runner at second is Moniak. Doyle, 1 for 3 today. That pitch on the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. Doyle has extended his hitting streak to every game this series and to 7 straight games. Hurricane Carver was also there. Yes, it was. 1-1. Grounder up the middle. That's a base hit. Could send the runner in. They're going to send Moniak. An uncontested throw in center field. It's an RBI single. The Rockies are in front. Doyle, his second hit of the day. Uribe allows his first run of the season. And the Rockies retake the lead 2-1. Doyle up the middle for a base hit. His hot streak continues. 7 RBI in his last 4 games. With 7 hits in that stretch. This is the only game today? No, we're doing Phillies Braves. We're doing Phillies Braves later today. Yeah, the old bar pro, the weather was crap. Last one did not go through, Jacob. Did not go through, so I didn't see it. Last one didn't go through. Veen up to bat now. First pitch on the outside for a ball. 1-0. Randy Moss could be the drift. I'm not sure. That'd be an awesome moment if he was. That'd be an awesome moment if he was. That'd be an awesome moment if he was there. 160 years. Wow. Sweeper misses downstairs. 2-0. And inside. Now, ASU is pretty good at hockey. They didn't make it this year on technicality, but they were top, 15 team this year? No Giants no? Oh, man. I have to go with an old one that I haven't seen yet. I have to go with an older one. 2-0 to Veen. 0 for 3 today. Looking for his second career major league hit. The 2-0. Chopped to second. They won't get the double play. 4-3 out. So Veen 0 for 4 today. Major league career off to a rough start. 1 for 11. Runner gets a scoring position, though, with 2 out. Six Flags. I went there, yes. The one in Jersey. I went to the one in Jersey. It's okay. I mean, the theming's not great. I'm not really a big roller coaster guy. There's some rides I like. There's a lot that's just not for me. LeBron has not been the best player in the NBA league since he was on the Heat. That pitch, it's a wild pitch. Runner goes to third. Got a district family? That's awesome. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. Comic did not go through. Oh, 11th streaming plans for that day. Will be Thursday Night Football. We're going to be doing Thursday Night Football on that day. Bonds running something. Oh, God. Right before the draft, too. Oh, boy. I think LeBron was still the best in the league when he was on the Cavs. I think he was the best in the league when he was a Cavalier. On the Lakers, he's never been the best in the league. But he single-handedly carried the Cavs to 2018, the finals. 2016, I mean, led in it all 5 categories. He could have won MVP of the finals in 2015. LeBron was the best player in basketball with the Cavs. Where will ASU start running back go? Probably third round. Second or third round. Fly ball center field. Rockies leave a man on. But they get one home. We go to the top of the 8th. 2-1 the score in this one. They're forbidden from demolishing the same. That explains why it's still there. It's barely used. Yep, just got the report from Rappaport on that one. All right. Jags get Scatterbo. Oh, I would lose my mind. I would lose my mind. No, he's going to get drafted. He's going to get drafted by someone. Curry was not the best movies unanimous MVP. Well, I'm not saying 2016. I'm saying like if I could take one player in basketball during that time, like it's almost like this. Shai will win MVP this year, I think. Shai's gonna win MVP. But if I take one player, I'm taking Jokic. If that makes sense. Like 2017, the 2017-18 season, LeBron was second in the voting behind James Harden. I'm taking LeBron over Harden that year. Yeah, the Declan Rice free kick, that was insane. Both of them, you saw from the stands. You just bond to change? I don't know. When you see the angle from the stands, the curve on that ball, that's one of the best free kicks I've seen. The second one was the best free kick I've seen in quite some time. The second one, the bend on that one, was just nuts. Churio up to bat. Bird staying out there for a second inning of work. That one chopped down the third base line. Foul, 1-1. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. With Harden. Alexander's in the pen. Yvonne, I think he's still going to be a day 2 pick. He'll still be day 2. Arsenal's year, could it be? The way they looked, if they play like that, absolutely. That we're not going to be able to cover in time. Would have been a tough play. Base hit there for Churio. He gets some board. That's definitely a hit. And Jackson Churio's hit streak continues now. The Platinum Sombrero opening day, and since then, he's got a hit in 12 straight games. Leadoff man is on, and that should be it for Bird. But Arsenal's lead, I mean, if they looked like they did, absolutely. Kobe was ever the best player in the league. Ooh. I would disagree with that. I would very much disagree with that. I would very much disagree on that front. They're looking at Bird again. He dove for that ball, so just trying to make sure he's okay. They're not replacing him yet. There is activity in the pen. Yelich is up to bat. We'll see if Bird's okay to go some more pitches. Again, Alexander's in the pen here. But he did have to dive for that ball. I mean, 07, 08, I think 2008, there was no player better than Kobe. 2008 Kobe, he was the best in the league. All right, Bird's going to stay out there. We trust Bond to change. I mean, I don't know. I don't know on that. I don't know him personally, so I don't know. It's a pretty serious crime, though. Pretty serious stuff. Yelich, up to bat, first pitch, on the outside corner for a strike. Rocky save us from another endless game like yesterday? I don't know. Right now, up 2-1. In 06, you get 06-2. I give him 06. The 0-1, outside for a ball, 1-1. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button. Subscribe. We got 70 people in the chat right now. This is awesome. All you people tuning in for this stream. Bonfire going with his team? I don't know. I don't know if he's going to get suspended or not. You can get suspended for what you did in college. I don't know. The 1-1, outside, 2-1 the count. 2-1 pitch here to Yelich. That one, strike 2. Swing and a miss there. How long can Bird go is the question. So on 24 pitches out of the pen thus far. Threw 32 against the Rays, 25 his last time out against the A's. This guy go to the Titans? I would hate that. And we'll play with first time in college. Terrell Pryor. Yeah, it's happened. Terrell Pryor. Full count. Runner holds, though. How did I rate Rob Thompson? I think it's okay. I think it's good. It's a good job considering what it was dealt in the hand that he was dealt in 22. Not crazy about his bullpen management times, though. Bullpen management times can be a bit iffy. It was very iffy during the D-backs NLCS. That was a winner. Pryor ever good? Yes, he was. He was a 1,000-yard receiver at one point. He was 1,000 yards at one point. All right, full count here. Now, Pryor was a solid player at one point in football. Pop foul. Stay alive again. The guest strip pickers, they have not. They've not announced concerts yet. Well, you could spend it. It was the tattoo situation in college. He took money. He took money when he was not allowed to. It's a whole scandal. It's a whole scandal that today would be a nothing burger. Back then was a huge deal. 3-2. I forgot to update the count. Ball 4. Back-to-back base runners on. You have to figure Bird's gonna be done at this point. Yeah, they're gonna pull him. Allow the 2 men on. They had him go 2 innings of work last time against the A's, but I think he's gonna be done here as Yelich gets some more. Contreras coming up. Did Pryor deserve the suspension? I mean, I like players getting suspended for something in college. I like that. It shouldn't just be a get out of jail free card, necessarily. I don't hate the idea if you do something in college. I feel like LeGarrette Blount should have been suspended for when he got into the NFL, and he wasn't for what he did at Oregon. So they're leaving him out there, though. They're leaving Bird out there, despite the first 2 men getting on. He's near 30 pitches. Unlikable main characters. Greg, Caillou, who else? The koala in Sing is not likable at all. He's a slimy person, but you're supposed to root for him. And then Little Brown Bear, probably, or Little Princess. Should be suspended? Yes. If we have to, we have to wait for the facts case to come out, but yeah, if he did what he did, absolutely, he should be. Contreras up to bat. Well, Scrappy's not a main character. And Jar Jar's not a main character. He's just a side character. You're supposed to root for him, but Contreras 1 for 3 had the lone RBI this game. Bird staying out there. Inside for a ball. I'm not sure what Bud Black was thinking necessarily. He's over 30 pitches now. Contreras. He's got a hit in 4 straight games. In there for a strike. A direct block where it's a big Jaguar legend? Yes. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Alexander is warming up in the pen still. A lefty and a righty in the pen, meanwhile, for Colorado. Do the right thing to turn himself in? Yeah, he did. 2-1. Misses inside. 3-1. I cannot believe they left Bird in. I cannot believe they left Bird in for this. Contreras looking to get on board once again. 3-1 pitch here. Nobody out. 2 on. He'll disengage. And we're going to go live for the draft. Well, we're going to do live blogs during the draft, so you'll see my vlog and whatnot. Blue Jays finish with the Red Sox, and if I would look out for them, that would be insane. AL's going to be rough this year in terms of competitiveness. The 3-1. In there for a called strike. Full count. Okay, JoJo was just a bad character all the way around. The 3-2 pitch to Contreras. Misses outside. Back-to-back walks by Bird. Only walked one batter in his first 4 outings. He walked 2 back-to-back, and that's going to be it. We'll see who comes in for the Rockies. But whoever comes in, the bases are loaded. And the decision, I don't get it at all. I don't get why Bird was able to go afterwards. I don't get why he was able to go after 30 pitches on the last batter. But I have another batter. That's Bud Black for you. So Bird's day is done. 7th inning was good. 8th inning, not so much. Nobody out. Bases are loaded. And that's going to send Mitchell up to bat. Yeah, everyone could have seen that coming. Literally everyone. Final thoughts on this whole season? It was a good tournament. It was a good tournament. Even though there weren't a lot of upsets, it was a good tournament. It was a really good tournament. Very top heavy. And a lot of stuff's going to change forever with that. Six Flags. I was talking about the one in, Great Adventure. Yeah, I was talking about the one in Great Adventure. That one I'm not crazy about. Not crazy about that one. So Mitchell is coming up with the bases loaded. Garrett Mitchell with the bases loaded. Hasn't had a bases loaded opportunity this season. Last season, though, with the bases loaded, 7 plate appearances, no hits, got on base just 28% of the time. The big news, though, for Europe right now is that they get an 8th spot. They get an 8th spot, which is awesome. So Fulma has a chance to play some Conference League action. How about going to fall off now without Huss? No, they're going to run it back. They have the same coaching staff, pretty much. No people are short? Yes. I agree with that. I agree with it. West, Stevie, Drew Brees, and Jeter. I would probably agree with that on that one. Barry Bonds, best MLB player, never won a World Series. Ooh. It's hard to argue against it with the home run king. It's hard to argue against it. Scott Alexander. Gonna come in to relieve Bird and inherit his absolute mess. (2-1). Scott Alexander. 4 appearances this season. 5 earned runs. They'll get the double play here, though. So not the worst. Yeah, Ted Williams. Yeah, I go with Ted Williams there over Barry Bonds. The bad news for the Rockies, the game is tied up. The good news, though, you get the double play, 2 out. So he does his job. He does his job. Runner advances to third from second. It's a 6-4-3 double play. Mitchell grounds into a double play. Bauer's up to bat. We're tied up, but obviously you don't want to be grounded into double play in that spot. Considering the Messi inherited 1-pitch double play, that's pretty good. Yeah, Williams would be number 1. Labrador, the best Celtics player? Bill Russell's the best, but Bird's second. Russell's the best. So the lefty facing Bowers. The man on third. Brewers have not led at any point today. First pitch, swinging, fouls it down the right field line. Into the stands, 0-1 the count. It's been a rough year for Alexander so far in his first year with the Rockies. Last time out was April 5th against the A's. Pitched 2/3 of an inning, allowed 3 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 home runs in that one. It was a disastrous 7th inning there. Can Tatum pass Bird? No. No, there's nothing Tatum can do to pass Bird. Well, because Bud thought, let's wait until the base loaded, said Bird. Yep. Which I don't get. I don't get at all. 3 straight strikes by Alexander. He's actually throwing strikes. Bird is not. Bird's responsible for the man on third right now. The 0-2 pitch to Bowers. In the dirt, first ball thrown by Alexander today, 1-2 the count. In this Bauer's first game of the series, no hits today, hitting 167 on the year. The 1-2. He'll swing and a miss in the dirt. The Rockies get out of another jam. The Brewers had the bases loaded in the fourth, got nothing. The bases loaded in the eighth, they get just one. No outs, bases loaded in the fourth, no runs. No outs, bases loaded in the eighth, they get one on a double play. Wasted opportunities for Milwaukee. Bases loaded, no outs twice, and they get one run out of it. It's tie game, 2-2. We go to the bottom of the eighth. Alexander gets out of the mess inherited from Bird. 4-5-6 due up for the Rockies when we get back over in Coors Field. Ovi, I think he's going to finish with over 1,000. As long as he stays in the NHL. The thing with Ovi's got to stay in the NHL. He'll go back to the KHL, but he's shown no signs of slowing down. We have over 125 people in the chat right now. Really appreciate you guys. If you like what you see, hit that like button down below, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, helps the channel out a ton. Again, any donation, get your question right away. Otherwise, I just go in the order they see them. If you are a member, you can use emojis in the chat, show your support for either one of these teams. Any donation, also, you're going to help me decide which game we're calling Monday night. Braves, Blue Jays, Giants, Phils, Red Sox, Rays. Which game are we calling? OKC, I mean, they're one of the favorites. Crosby, I'm going to say 4 more years. You play till he's 60 like Jaromir Jagr? Yeah. We'll go back to KHL? I don't know. I could see it. Go back to your home country. I could see it. Yeah, Jagr's still playing overseas, I think. I love that. Just playing forever. I just love that. All right. And again, $50 or more. I'll sing any song on this list in front of a live band. I'll post it on my Twitter, at @JaguarNightNFL. Yeah, the mullet was great. Great mullet. Like, the fact that he's still playing is nuts. Started back in '84. His first season in hockey. His first professional season in hockey. Literally Michael Jordan's rookie season. Yeah, I think Baylor was Robin. I go to live band? Tonight. Later tonight. Yeah, that's later tonight. Every Thursday night. New pitcher for the Brewers. In their first strike, it's Joel Payamps, the new pitcher for Milwaukee. Replaces Uribe. Payamps this season, a 9.64 ERA in 6 appearances, 4 2/3, 5 earned runs allowed. Has not the sharpest start to the season. Faced McMahon here, 0-2. Yeah, he's literally played. That's insane. Jagr, he will not break Ovi's record. Yeah, Reagan was still in his first term, which is nuts. That's how long ago it's been. Like, the Brewers on this, the problem is if they've left too many guys on. Left too many guys on. The 0-2, outside for ball, 1-2. Payamps pitched the first game of the series back on Tuesday. Pitched well, 1 hit allowed, 2 strikeouts. Really, for Payamps, it was just that one really bad outing against the Yankees, where he allowed 5 hits, 5 earned runs, and 2/3 of an inning. That was really the one thing. Other than that, he's been okay this year. Hasn't allowed a walk outside of that outing. He's allowed 3 hits outside of that outing. That one outing, though, was just so bad. The 2-2. Yeah, Simmons is just going to go forever. From 0-2, works to the 3-2. McMahon, full count for him. He extended his hitting streak earlier in the game to 7. LB is number 2. Yes, fact on that one. He launches that one to right field. Off the wall and right. It's going to be a double. Almost left the yard. A leadoff double for McMahon. His second hit of the day. And the Rockies have the leadoff man on. No, NBA is ahead of NHL. Maybe not in Canada. In Canada, definitely not. A leadoff double at the top of the wall. Last year's All-Star hits his second double of the season. And the leadoff man is on. From 0-2. Wait, does it say bottom 6? It should be bottom 8. Should be bottom 8. Typo on my end. There we go. Bouchard up to bat. Replaced Martini earlier in the game. Well, none were sent off. Wow. How do you not... Wow, that's interesting magic right there. 1-0 count. Yeah, how long will these shirts go? Well, they also got extensions. They also got extensions for Beyond. American Dad, I feel like will have the shortest lifespan. Yep, I changed it to the 8th inning. I changed it. Yager play hockey game. He's playing right now. He's playing in Czechia. Bouchard 2-0. Misses upstairs for a ball. 3-0. So Pyom's 6 of his last 7 pitches have been balls, and the one that wasn't was a meatball down the middle for McMahon to blast off the right field wall for a double. 4-pitch walk. I think Brown's division. So just like Burrow now. Yeah, and they can't pull him. 3-batter minimum. So Bouchard gets someone with a walk. Back-to-back men aboard. Nobody out. Mound visit here. Again, 7 of his last 8 pitches have been balls. The one that wasn't was a meatball for a double. Yeah, NHL, hardcore fans, but very regional. So Tolia up to bat. Tolia 2 for 3 today. 3 for 11 this series. Family Guy ends first. Nah, it's too popular. Let's touch on side gags. That's why it's going to survive. That's exactly why it's going to survive, because there's not a lot of thinking involved necessarily. Like the scripts just come to you. It's like 8 minutes of story and 12 minutes of just random jokes from other pop culture stuff. That's exactly why it would survive. Right, gave theirs back to 13, yep. Rockies have a guy warm up the pen. They can make the pen based on how this inning goes, if they got the lead going to the 9th or if they don't. First pitch, in there for a strike. Looked like it missed a little bit. That was way outside the zone. Giving that one to Pyom's. 0-1. Because I think he wore 0 last year. That one misses way outside. 1-1. Tolia, no RBIs this season. Had 55 last year, none this year so far. He's got a chance here if that can find the gap into left. It is off the wall, base hit. His first RBI of the year. That will send in a run. The Rockies lead 3-2. It's a no-out double. The first RBI of the season, and what a time to get it. Wish I had 50. Oh, man. 3 straight batters on board. Pyom's. Another rough outing for him. Rockies in front 3-2. Off the left field wall. It was right down the middle. There's no movement on that one. Tolia gets on board. His first RBI of the season. Tyler Freeman coming up. Nobody out. 2 runners in scoring position. Honestly, a part of me likes in this spot doing a safety squeeze with how Freeman struggled this year. Part of me likes doing a safety squeeze here. Not gonna. 1-1. Just make it a 2-run game. That's the idea. And then get out of the infield then. Show a bad bullpen. Yep. Rockies looking to avoid the sweep. They got the lead. And the job so far, Simpson's going to last till the end of time. The job the Rockies have done this game getting out of jams. Again, 4th inning, Brewers, bases loaded, they got no runs. 8th inning, bases loaded, no outs, they got 1 run, and it was on a double play. When you blow that many chances of the bases loaded, The other team's going to capitalize at some point. The 1-2 to Freeman. He chops someone to third, and the runners have to hold. It's a 5-3 out. Infield was in. Freeman's struggles continue. 0 for 3. Moniak coming up. We'll see if Pyom's day is done. It's not. How's it going, Lou? Welcome in. Roger lost selling time? Yes, it's a money-making machine for Nick. And they will walk Moniak intentionally. They want to get the double play, get the force at home if it comes down to that. So Moniak takes his base, intentional walk. That'll send the guy up in the 9-hole Stallings unless they have a pinch hitter here. I think they will have a pinch hitter. I think Stallings, his day is done. So a new catcher as well. Is that going to be Chris Bryant? Is that Chris Bryant? Had the day off. Is going to be the pinch hitter here. The former MVP of the Chicago Cubs, batting in the 9 spot, pinch hitter, Chris Bryant. Not a good start to the season. It's been a rough career in Colorado. I think goes without saying. Hitting just 194 on the season, although last night was one of the few Rockies that showed up offensively with 2 for 4. Playing better as of late, I must say. His last 3 games, he is 4 for 13. Is he above 300 the last 3 games? Phillies with the Braves? I don't know. I would take the Phillies right now. The way the Braves are playing, I would take them. 0-1 pitch. I think Red Bull. 0-1. In there for a cold strike on the inside. 0-2. Strike zone's been a bit interesting this inning. I'm jammed up inside. Like I was saying earlier with Freeman, I would have done the safety squeeze. Because if you don't... It's 3-2. It's definitely doable. 4-2 is a lot harder. 4-2 is a lot harder to come back from a 3-2, obviously. I would have done safety squeeze with Freeman. Just lay one down. Have the runner go. We can play the plate. White Sox, they suck. They have not got a win this month. It won't be 140 losses, but it's going to be probably about 115. I did hear about that, about the wife of Weezer's bassist. I did hear about that. Tragic stuff. Tragic stuff. Yankees statement too big, I agree, was mid. Yeah, I think the thing with the Yankee just feels very sterile compared to the old one. The other thing with the Yankee, Monument Park's not as good. Used to be able to go to the Monument Park during the game. Now it's closed 45 minutes after the game. Or before the game. And it's buried in a tunnel almost. And also the thing with the Yankee, again, they obstructed seats in the outfield. Brewers go closed by committee. I'm going to say fact on that one. How's it going, Bobby? Thoughts on league firing 3 officials? Mo and Trey Blake? Thank God they mowed Blake. He was terrible. He missed the face mask on Vikings-Rams. Thank God they demoted him. I like that they're firing officials. They're holding guys accountable. Another bad pitch in the dirt from 0-2 goes to 2-2. In the on-deck circle for the Rockies is Doyle. It was not the guy you want to face if you're Milwaukee. You get Brian ground into a double play. Or get him out here. Swing and a miss downstairs! Yeah, I saw Mariners one yesterday. Brian goes down. The Rockies could leave the bases low potentially. Doyle up to bat. To the top we go. Chris Bryant, his struggles in Colorado continue. Chasing that one downstairs. Brennan Doyle, bases loaded here. Last season, got on base 42% of the time with the bases loaded. Red someone walk-off balk? Oh, wow. I love a good walk-off balk. Doyle, 2 for 4 today. And Rockies have the worst offense in baseball. Can change that here. As that pitch, way on the inside for a strike. Wow. The ump is giving him a lot right now. The ump is giving the Brewers a lot. That's 3 pitches by Pyom's that were nowhere close to the strike zone. That have been called strikes. That one misses downstairs. It's a very... Oh, yeah, I remember that, the walk-off balk. I remember that. I thought you meant yesterday. I'm like, wait, what? I didn't see that. And Doyle is 3 for or excuse me, 4 for 11 this series. Swings at that one. Gets a good whip into left field. It is off the wall. That will get 1. That will get 2. Will it get a third? It will. He clears the bases. Doyle's third hit of the day. O'Doyle rules. 6-2. The Rockies are running away with this right now. It's all coming apart for Payamps. Doyle. He is red hot. Might get the National League Player of the Week at this rate. He's got 9 RBI the last 4 games. Bases are cleared. A 2-out RBI double. Doyle does his job in the leadoff spot. One run until free tacos. There you go. Yeah, watch out on the Rockies scorebook. So yeah, 7 runs. They made that a very hard promo to get. I'm happy about that with the NFL. They make a pitching change finally. A bad outing for Payamps, very similar to the Yankee outing. March 30th against the Yankees, 4 hits, 5 earned runs. So far, he has allowed 4 earned runs. He's responsible for the man on second. But that's cool. I don't know about that one. New pitcher coming in is Payamps. Well, his day is done. The less said about that game, the better. Payamps has allowed 9 earned runs now in 5 1/3 innings of work this season. 9 earned runs in 5 1/3. It's weird because 5 of his outings have been good. That was a double. 5 of his outings have been good. 2 of them have been complete crap. Eagles have signed Terrence Marshall, by the way. Brewers to come back? I doubt it at this point. We'll see. Rockies be good? No. No, they will not be good this year. They're the worst team in the NL right now. So again, 9 earned runs. And he's responsible for the mound second, so it's not even done yet. Payamps' ERA is 15.88 to start the year off. 305 last year. 255 the year before. Normally reliable. Today, or this season, not so much. I'm going to start everyone. Yep. Jaguars called Kipsack PTSD. Probably Jaguars Patriots. Good time for the Eagles. I mean, he's pretty bad. I don't think he's making the roster. Doyle, 5 RBI today, a career high. So actually undershot the RBI that he's got as of late. He's got 11 in the last 4 games. Yeah, worse than Romano. Worst scandal almost to a certain sport. Oh, the Black Sox scandal. The Black Sox scandal destroyed baseball. The Black Sox scandal, baseball was almost done at that point. Like forever. I did not say that, Jacob. That seems very, very offensive as a promotion. Brewers, bad Rockies. It's one game. There are pitching issues with the Brewers. They're well documented. Rodriguez, the new pitcher for the Brew Crew. Swing and a miss, 1-1. But the worst scandal of all time is the Black Sox scandal. Elvin Rodriguez, the new pitcher. Reds rings to be discarded? No, they didn't cheat. Why should they be discarded? It's not their fault. And the White Sox tried the final game once they realized, we might not get our money. They tried to win games. After it got to the point where they realized, oh, crap, we might not get our money. They tried competing. They tried winning games. Black Sox scandal. Long story short with that, a team was paid money to rig the World Series, and they did. A team was paid money to intentionally lose the games. Come on, was the 04-05 lockout worse than Black Sox? No, it was not. I got you on. Which game do you want? Come on, I appreciate you. It was not. We've seen lockouts before. We've seen strikes before. It happens. Veen, deep shot to right field. That's got a chance. Off the wall. That will bring another run. That run charged to Payamps. So he is up to an ERA this season of 17-6-5. What year was this? 1919. 7-2 the score. 5 runs this inning for the Rockies. Free tacos. Free tacos. If you're at Coors Field, get your tacos, baby. It was 1919. I'll become... Wait, what? So Chicago... Yeah, it was Chicago White Sox. Veen, his first career major league hit. Extra base hit, I should say. First career extra base hit, his first career RBI. The 0-1 in their first strike, 0-2. I not watched the big night that he had at Pittsburgh. I love that he was complaining, though, about getting canceled. I did see that highlight when he sold out an arena. Like, no. Which can you come out of? But, like, lockouts happen, strikes happen. But you're never worried if the guys are trying or not. Like, at least with labor stoppages, they do happen. And they do hurt. Obviously, 82 hurt the NFL. 94 hurt that. I mean, how they come back from it? Basically, they banned everyone from life, and they got a commissioner. There was no commissioner back then. They got a commissioner to really put his foot in the ground. You want Braves Jays? Get your Braves Jays. Appreciate you. The 1-2, outside for ball, 2-2. Yeah, that's how they came back from that. That was... Basically, imagine if it came out that the Chiefs threw the Super Bowl. They were paid money by a Saudi billionaire to throw the Super Bowl. Why is baseball winning commissioners? Because they've been around for longer. Major League Baseball, they've had commissioners since 1919, essentially. They've had commissioners since the 1920s. NFL barely existed in the 20s. NBA wasn't a thing. So that's why. The 2-2. Fouled off. Everyone was banned for life in the Black Sox. Everyone on the Astros should have been banned for life for sign stealing. Well, that's a little bit different. Again, the Astros, what they did was wrong. Believe me. What that did was wrong. Yeah, everyone got banned for life. The person who did, everyone who did, they got fired. But at least the Astros, look, I'm not defending the Stros. Believe me. What they did was horrible, and they should have gotten way worse punishment. I thought Manfred handled that terribly. At least the Astros were trying to win games. They cheated, but they were trying to win games. They were trying to win. David Palms, I'm going to say fiction for now. One more bad outing. I think so. Like, that's a lot different than a team intentionally trying to lose. Yeah, because not the whole team wasn't involved. Now, granted, Shoeless Joe should not have been kicked out. He tried. I don't think he knew what he was signing. He was illiterate. Pitch misses upstairs for ball 3-2. What year? 1919. No, Mount Lance was first commissioner. No, the first one was after the Black Sox. He became the commissioner because of that. Baseball had no commissioner back then. They had no authority. They had no authority figure. Fouled off again. We stay alive. Red Sox was different than Astros. Red Sox, I thought that was fine. Astros was very different. Julius Joe and Canna? Really? It's a weird name for a restaurant. The 3-2. Swing and a miss on the off-speed pitch. Rockies leave a man on, but I don't think it matters. They allowed 5. They scored 5, I should say, in the 8th. They've done some good things. They've done some good things. Obviously, a lot of bad things with the labor stoppages, but he's done some good things. Rockies in line for their 3rd win of the season. They close it out. Black Sox and Brown James, what's worse? I mean, nepotism's where I draw the line. The Colorado Rockies, the worst offense in the majors this season. A team that has scored more than 4 runs in a game just once. They score that many in 1 inning. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on that one about Pete Rose. Yeah, Van Pete Rose, he never reconciled. He never apologized. Selig wanted to bring him back. Selig made it very clear. All I do is apologize. All I do is say what I did was wrong. He never did. Believe me, Bud Selig, I've spoken with Selig before. He talked about Pete Rose and whatnot, and he has no problem with him being banned for life. Because all he had to do was literally just apologize, and he would be in the Hall of Fame. He doesn't do apologize. Turned 23, nice. Who paid the White Sox? Well, the Reds played him. Who paid him was a mob. It was a mob. The Mafia paid him, essentially. The Mafia paid him. Or even man for himself. Yep. You can't call it a piece of metal. Did the Mafia apologize? You think the Mafia apologizes? The Mafia knew what they were doing. No, the Mafia doesn't apologize. Have you seen The Sopranos? The Mafia don't apologize. Yeah. And like they didn't even like get their money. Like there was doubt about them even getting their money in the first place. They were making like uncharacteristic errors. They made it very obvious. Selig is alive. Yeah, no, Selig, he is alive. He still teaches. He still teaches at ASU. I took his class in 22. You know, he's still alive. He's still... I mean, he's not, like, great hearing anymore. He's not of great hearing, necessarily. He has, like, an aide with him and whatnot, but he is still very much alive. He still has a very good sense of humor. And he's just very passionate about baseball. It does circle back to the same stuff over and over again. Joe Torre, he's going to be on the older side of things. I can't see it. I can't see it. He's got to be up there in age. Seth Halverson. What grades did he give me? Oh, I got an A+ in that class. Even with a curve. Law school's on a curve. I got an A. I got an A in that class. Yeah, I think when Bettman's done, he's going to retire. 2-0 the pitch. Downstairs 3-0. Halverson, very low pressure situation here. Has done the best of the season so far. 4 1/3. He's allowed a 6.23 RA. 6 runs, 3 of them earned. And has walked 4 batters, so whip of 1.8. Not great. Reds have the easiest World Series ever. I mean, the White Sox did try at the very end. 4 straight walks. 4 straight balls, and leadoff man's on board. Ortiz gets on. Did the apologize? Yeah. Silver gets from a D-. It was a fun class. Hunter Goodman's catching now. Again, they took out Stallings. Well, Selig had some problems. Selig, I mean, the 94 strike. Well, then again, the tensions from that were brewing, and Selig said, like, hey, there's with the strike, like, they were just putting the Band-Aid on every labor issue in the 70s and the 80s. Like, Selig is most proud of the fact that there was no, like, work stoppages for a while after that. On camera, they're going to come back. They're coming back soon. They're coming back. Just have a timeline. Chopped to the first baseman. It's a fair ball. Runner goes to second, but the first out of the inning. That will send Haas up to bat. What Selig say about steroids and why being commissioner require law experience? He wrote, it requires law experience most of the time because there's a lot of legal issues, a lot of negotiations, and a lot of precedent stuff. A lot of precedent. And a lot of negotiations. Vinny Capra replacing Haas. It's a pinch hitter here. Capra just 130 on the season. He said on steroids, he wanted to get him out. He said the Players Association did not want to do testing. But Selig, he went to spring training and was like, these players are jacked. Like, these players are very clearly, like, this is not natural. This is not natural. And the Players Association didn't want drug testing. Yeah, the lockout a few seasons ago? Oh, yeah. It's funny, Manfred, after doing that press conference, who was smiling, he was actually talking with Selig when Selig was on, he was driving back from, I think, Milwaukee to Chicago or something, and he was on the phone with Selig the entire time, asking, like, okay, how do I, like, that didn't go well. How do I get out of this? So Selig's still involved in baseball today. He is still involved, like, he's still tight with Manfred. Now, Reds didn't have the easiest World Series ever. They did not, because the White Sox tried at the very end. And they were a heck of a team that year. Serena missed one, too. Ryobi would have been 1,000 wasn't for the lockout, and the rookie season made a lockout. Yep, I agree with you there. I'm going close, at least. Which head coach? Raheem Morris, I would say. Or Bulls. I don't know. Yeah, Manfred has legal experience. It's very rare for a guy not to have legal experience to be commissioner, because it's a lot of contracts and a lot of litigation stuff. Have Manfred, Goodell, Bem, and Silver on miniature? I would assume so. I assume they've all met. Sports industry is a small world. Did I ask you about baseball? No, I just sat there quietly for 4 months. No, yeah, we asked him a ton of questions. Swing and a miss there. You know, I know, I asked Seal about a lot of stuff. We had, like everything, so basically how the class was structured was everything was based on a certain, like, topic. You know, he's still teaching. He doesn't, like, do the grading. So how it works, he doesn't do the grading. So basically it's a 3-hour class. The first hour is taught by a professor. And he goes over the reading that we do and goes over some stuff. Terang, grounder to second, picks up, throws to first. 4-3 out. The Brewers will not get the sweep. The Rockies get the win after a 5-run 8th inning. 7-2 your final. The Rockies win. So yeah, so Sealing would teach the second 2 hours and would just talk. He would just talk about the topic and his experience there and whatnot. He wouldn't do any of the grading and stuff. How much law do I know? Still, I mean, I can't tell you anything about the students and states. I can't tell you anything about that. Copyright, I still know a crap ton about. Copyright, I use that every day. You know, it was a great class. Oh, it was the best class I ever had. It was such a good class. And we talked about a lot of stuff. And you got to pick his mind, too, which was awesome. You got to ask him questions and whatnot. And learn a lot of cool stuff. A lot of cool stuff. Yeah, final score, Rockies 7, Brewers 2. Yeah, but that's the thing that Seelig always says, that there's never going to be a salary cap because you need a salary floor, and the owners will never go for that. The Brewers will have to come back against the D-backs. Best game-winning drive in Cowboys history? Ooh. Best one? Ugh. Honestly, maybe Romo against the Niners. Maybe Romo against the Niners. You know, it was a great class. So Brewers D-backs is the next series. Meanwhile, for the Rockies, their next series, they will play the Padres in a 3-game series on the road. So, appreciate you guys tuning in. JG9 signing off. I'll see you guys in an hour. We'll do the Braves-Phillies game. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you guys in an hour for the NL East rivalry game between those two teams. Take care. I'll set up that stream in a little bit. Watch that video. Click the link above if you haven't seen it yet. And I'll see you guys in an hour. Final score, Rockies 7,